Hello everybody, Decanet47 here, welcome to my stream. Sorry I was so quiet at the beginning there. Had to do some stuff, as I usually do. Um, Welcome to the stream. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm not doing a Switch game, which is unusual. I've only really been doing Switch games recently, so this is a bit different. But no, I'm coming back to Wildermyth. It's been a while since we did any Wildermyth stuff, and I thought it would be fun to do some more. And yeah, so that was the plan for today. After doing Into the Breach last week, I was like, it would be fun to do some Wildermyth again too. So yeah, let me. I just set up a scene for this, so let's go over to it. Hello. It's a little different now. There's a few differences actually for how it was. For one, I'm here now, so hi. And for two, I put myself back in the corner. I have this set up a little differently so I can look at chat while I'm also playing. Um, So there might be a few differences with how the screen is set up because I had to change the way the window's positioned, but I tried to get as much in there as I could for you guys. I think it looks pretty good. You can let me know what you think. Um, and let me see what else. It's been 2 years, as you probably could tell, since I said that in the title. But um, some things have changed, so I'm gonna go over here. I have bought the DLCs now. I don't think I had either of them last time. I don't remember if I had either of them at the last time we streamed. I don't think I did, but I have the DLCs now. There are two DLCs, Armors and Skins and Omen Road. We will not be touching Omen Road for a while, but I do want to get into it eventually. Um, there's... You can also get the soundtrack. I do not have that. But there are two DLCs. We will be getting into Armors and Skins in this stream, actually. Then there's also, let me see, there's been just a few little, there's been a few other changes. Let me see, make sure, I have mods, I want to make sure that none of them are on. I meant to do this before I started the stream, I just forgot. Um, when I was playing Wildermyth in a little bit ago, I would just play it with mods because I'd played so much of the main game. Also, when I'm playing Wildermyth, because it's a computer game, I'm not looking at the screen, so I'm not looking at my OBS screen, so I can't tell if my picture's in the way or not. So I would really appreciate if you guys let me know if I need to move my picture. I will be periodically checking in to see if I need to do that, but I'm going to try my best to focus on the game, so I won't always be able to look. All right, so I want to want to make sure I turn off the mods. I don't want to play with mods yet because I feel like we're still kind of getting used to the game. I haven't gotten to the point where I think I should do those with you guys yet. I don't think we've quite done enough in the game to do that. Let me see. So I know that last time we did actually have a story going, but because it's been 2 years, I really wanted to start Monarchs Under the Mountain again because I know we started it already, but I really wanted to start it again. Um, just because it's been so long. So we're gonna get into that. Let's see. I'm getting back into this. I'm not used to this. I put myself in the bottom right corner because I'm pretty sure that's actually a pretty safe place in this game. And also it's just where I've been in like all of the streams so far. But anyway, let me read this. Um, Monarchs Under the Mountain. Discontent, dash dreams, destruction and death. An underground cult thrives, lining its nest with disasters. If opposed, the ancient tyrannical powers behind it will bring battle to the life-loving, fierce and free, before perhaps making them an offer. A five-chapter story with deepest as the main threat. Now, for those of you who didn't watch my streams in the past, it's been 2 years and you forgot. Wildermyth is a tactical turn-based RPG game which is based on story building. Lots of different story events will happen when you do things. There are, there are five different enemy factions, I want to say, and we've already done Age of Yulstrix. All of those VODs are actually out on YouTube, if you want to check out Christian Gamer, all of Age of Yulstrix is out there, and it's actually done as a Twitch plays because that was back when I was doing that as well. The Enduring War we did as well, actually. Those VODs are not out yet, but as of today, I'm going to start uploading those VODs, well, not necessarily uploading, but posting them, um, as of like I used to, on the days I used to post things. So Thursdays, Saturdays, Tuesdays. Just not counting today, just maybe not Tuesday because I post streams those days, but at the very least, Thursday and Saturday we'll be having the Enduring War and being posted. So those VODs will be coming out over the next couple of weeks. They will eventually be all out. Maybe I'll just post them all at once. I don't know. My original idea was that I was going to post them like I used to, but I don't know. I'll pray about it. That's either way. They will be available in case people want to see them. The Age of Yulstrix and the Enduring War are two storylines where we had completely brand new characters. Nobody had been in any past missions. We had to start completely from scratch. The Age of Yulstrix was against Gorgons, and the Enduring War was against Mosagi. Now we're up against the Deepest. I'm sorry, my throat's kind of messing up right now already, which is not a good sign. There's a lot of text in this game. I really need to do better. Maybe I should grab a quick drink. That might help. Okay. Now. Right, Monarchs Under the Mountain. We're gonna get started on this. You can't choose the main enemy because it's already there. I do not want any mods. I thought I told you not to do any mods, but I guess you didn't listen to me. It's fine. It'll be fine. Let's see. Adventure difficulty, that's my usual difficulty, so I'm cool with that. Map seed, and we do not want carved in stone. Alright. So where the Monarchs on the Mountain differs from the past two ones we've done, is that you will be using characters from our legacy as well as a new character. So it's not all new characters. See, how do we want to go about this? Maybe I don't actually remember any of the characters. I'm not really sure if you guys will remember any of the characters. It's been way too long since since I streamed this guy for you guys. Maybe we just do like a certain amount of rerolls. What's a good number of rerolls we could do? We'll do 3 rerolls and go with, I think we'll just go with whoever we get at that point. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we got 1 2-star, that's interesting. Alright, let's see, so we have Ursi. I did not mean to pick from Legacy, I wanted to click on the profile, whatever. There we go. Ursi Liverhurst, the Bookish Coward. Let's see, she's a level 1 hunter, age of 25, has Silk Step. We need to pick abilities for her as well. So when we have characters from our Legacy, they'll come with abilities already in them, which, you know, the new ones don't have abilities yet, but we can actually pick the abilities we want to take in with people from our Legacy. You don't have any relationships because we haven't started, and that means you're not related to anybody, which is fair. You do come pre-prepared with a stone bow, though, which is pretty cool. That'll come in handy. Let's see, what abilities do you have? Ambush, okay, yeah. Figured you only have one because you have 1 star, but, you know, Ambush is pretty good, actually. I'm not going to complain about starting off as Ambush. What are your aspects? Not aspects. Check history, that's what I wanted. Seeing as how we've already used the character, we've already gone over the story, but it's been a bit. Fault must argue with the Council of the Wild Secret, so she was from the last adventure we did. And you know, it's been a bit, so I'll just read the history as well. Let's see. Adopted after the unfortunate deaths of both her parents, Arcee's new mother and father were sweet and caring. She grew up loved despite everything. She wintered once in a mountain tavern where the keeper was rich in tales that never reached the page. When Arcee passed that way again, she found only ash and a charred ruin. She saw the best minds of her generation go up in flames, burn high, burn out. What was left but to take up their work? She and another began traveling together at one point. They performed great feats and simple favors for all manner of folks until adventures, risks, and rewards became second nature for them. For Earthy, it will be her living and her way of life for many years to come. Huh, cool. It's not sure what this one was counted as because it's not one of her hooks. Maybe it was somebody else's hook. She got proud, broken heart, and literary. Right, next character. Flam, because I don't know how. I think it's like Kararu is probably what his name is, but I'm probably gonna go with Flam because I can actually pronounce that. You're 2 stars, so you get to pick 2 abilities. The amount of stars is how many abilities they get to pick. 1 star got 1 ability, 2 stars gets 2, etc., etc. So you have Paladin, Battle Dance, Untouchable. Untouchable is pretty good. Paladin is also really good. Um. I don't think Paladin is gonna be super. You apparently use a crossbow too, so Paladin may not be the best bet. Paladin, we'll go for Untouchable if you have a crossbow. Double Untouchable, I think. You have the green price, which is just a regular crossbow, and the and an innate artifact leaf weapon, the Will of the Forest. Ooh, extra potency. Okay, could be good. Could be good. Do you have relationships? You're not related to anybody, so you do not have relationships. Let's see. We have done one of your hooks, and you were just in the Mask of Flint group, so you have not seen an adventure since then, which makes sense. Okay. A pair of pilgrims on the ocean named their boy Kararu. Where they landed, they built their home. The boy grew up far-eyed and filled with longing. When the moon was shuttered by tree branches, he sometimes saw a beautiful woman picking dandelions. Approaching or calling out would always send her scampering. He sought out a pathway through the fogged forest of his life, there in the shadow of unknown wanderings. He was distant and inhabited, as well as wanderlust. We've already done the inhabited section, we haven't done the other two. Let's see. He and another began traveling at one point and performed great feats, man of first until adventures visit. Okay, that's the same thing. Wait, what does this mean? What is this one for, I wonder? Because that's the same thing that was said in the, for, what is it? I don't know what this one is for, because it doesn't sound like if it's, like, on him, too. I'm not sure it's, oh, I'm so dumb. I am the dumbest, dumb, I forgot what it does. Okay, in new storylines, they'll actually sometimes add these. When you start a story with with characters, they'll add these to the storyline. This is what they're doing in this storyline. I am so dumb. Oh my goodness. Well, whatever. Let's see. Their ages aren't too far apart though. 25 and 27. Double check stats really quickly. So he's got a retirement age of 55, which is they both have 55. Okay, that's not great necessarily, but not terrible. Um. Okay. So Walla Grip, she doesn't have any abilities because she's a farmer. She's a goofish leader at age 20. Health is 6, speed is 4. Let's see, just retirement age of 49. Well, that's young. Not a lot of great stats. Pretty good charisma though. No relationships, if I know correctly. Yep. Okay. Let's see. Walla's abusive parents left town when she was 10, never to return. The girl lived with her grandparents afterwards, who put her in school, fed her, and loved her as much as they could. Often the target of others' teasings, she grew guarded and resentful. When a fellow came through town calling himself a priest, and spoke of the new family he found among his devout brothers and sisters, Walla gravitated to the message. She ran away to join their underground cult. She quickly grew disturbed, fearful of the teachings being driven into her heart, but there was no escaping the warren. Shame, gritty, and potential. Because she is a new character set specifically for this storyline, the text there is actually more preset because it's her past because she's a part of this story. Let me really quickly check on the stream. Alright, looking good. Seems like everything's functioning properly. Alright. let's get this thing started then. It'll take a minute for it to load up the land. Again, for those of you who don't recall, or have never seen it, it's a randomly generated land and a randomly generated map for us to explore with randomized challenges. Only a few of the challenges will be preset because some of them are set based on the story we are doing. We're starting off with 6 calamities. I don't think we've actually gone over this yet either. When you have legacy characters, you start off with calamities to make the game a little more like difficult-ish. Um, I think more like it's balancing out the scales. So we have, let's see, we have Hobble, Horn Children 1, extra armor, extra health, Watchman 1, and extra damage. Then we get the Deepest, the Draven, the Gorgons, and the Masagi. But we do not have to go against the Swixel, and I'm fine with that. Do not like Swixel. That should be all for now. Awaken. Awaken, Oath-Taker. Lower yourself. The secrets of creation lie within these depths. You choose the braver path. You will show others the way. Peel your eyes to darkness and see the only truth. Awaken, awaken. The surface was always harsh, cold, and cruel. Awaken, awaken. You sacrificed so much to belong on that sun-struck plateau. And still they rejected you, cast you off. They will feel the prophet's wrath. Awaken. Become who you were born twice to be. Awaken, awaken, awaken. Awaken, awaken. Awaken. Wake up. You dead? Hey, what if she's dead? At least her eyes are open? They're all around us, Arcee. Easy now. Your grandma's worried. The heroes are here. Walla, is it? We're low on time. Here's a weapon. Help us if you can. Sure. What? This is a stick. It doesn't tell you this right off the bat, but it is pretty clear that this is choosing what Walla is going to end up being. You can give her, you can make a warrior, hunter, or mystic. As for which one we're going to be doing, I don't know. We have a warrior and a hunter, so having a mystic would be pretty good. Might be the best option here. I think it does kind of work with the storyline. Just give me a quick second. Sorry, just a sec. Eh. Okay. Do I do Mystic? I don't know. A part of me just wanted to, part of me just wants to roll for it, just just to do that instead, because like I'm not sure which one to do here. Uh, oh, and I'm sorry if I screw up voices. It's been way too long since I did these voices, so I don't remember what the voices were for each person, but I will do the best I can. Um, let's make you a hunter. It's kind of a different way than I usually go about it, so we'll need to go out the way we came in, before they overwhelm us. Alright, starting right off with a mission. I think the stories have been doing that usually, so there's that. Stoicism, all heroes gain +1 armor and warding. We have 4 Horned Children, 1 Woken, and 2 Woken Slingers. This is all heroes must survive, and more Horned Children are coming, we must escape. Okay, let me see, I wanted to check. Yeah, this is not a bad spot for me to be sitting. I'm not I shouldn't be in the way here, at least. Yeah, so I'm sorry about the picture's a little, like, you can only see the tops of the buttons, but I had to change things around a little bit. Um, I can see if I can fix that. I don't know what you guys would prefer being able to see. Okay, I can put this up a little, but if I do this, it's like we can't see objectives now, but I guess I could just tell you that. This might be better so you can see like the some of that stuff. Um, Let me know which one you guys like better. I'll try to do that. I'll set it up to look like that. For now, do I want it like this? I think for now we can put it like this. Let me lock it so I don't, um, yeah, so I don't mess it up. Just give me a quick second. Actually, I realized I didn't do something I want to do really quickly. Also, let me know. I know I'm saying this a lot, but like, let me know about how my voice is sounding. 'Cause I'm kind of concerned, a little concerned about my mic, so let me know if there's any issues with that. Okay. Question actually. Do I have this set to? The things of your performance set this to 2. Make something. So put it back to 1. Yeah, that's better for me. I don't think it really affects how you guys see things. Um, but this computer does better with Wildermyth. I haven't actually had to have it on Pixel, so I want to try to see if I can do this without the Pixel. I don't know if I can stream without it though. I don't think we've streamed Wildermyth since I got a new computer. So all right. So we have to get out of here. We have to keep all of the heroes alive. So if one dies, we will lose this whole storyline. A quick recap for those of you who are new or just forgot. We have we have the ability to do 2 actions that will cost 1 action point. Because we have 2 action points down here, and we can do 1 swift action, which is the feather. Um, some things though cost your entire turn, like attacking will cost all of it. If it is orange, it costs your entire turn. If it is white, it will cost 1 action point. And of course, if it has a feather, it is the the feather, so it's your swift action. If you do your swift action, all your swift actions will then become regular actions. So be aware of that. So now if we had wanted to do the swift action with Kuraru, it would be a regular action. Um, can't kill him, but he could kill the slinger. Not really a terrible idea, honestly. Let me see what else we can do here. Can't really do any damage. Because she's a farmer, she doesn't have Silk Step yet. So all of the different class types have their own abilities. Warrior has Guardian, where they'll guard against foes. And Hunter has Silk Step, where they will go into the Gray Plane. The Gray Plane is a place where you are hidden, so the enemies can't see you, and you will also do uh, damage without calculating their defense or warding. Defense is blue, warding is purple. Um, we don't have any magic attacking though, so that's not going to really affect us right now. The warding isn't, I mean. And let's see, the skills that we got, and since I didn't quite go over it, Ambush is basically a guardian for hunters. Only hunters can learn it, and it lets them set up an attack so that they can hit enemies as they move into their range. And then we have Untouchable on Flam, which means that he will take no damage on his next hit if he kills somebody. For instance, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, so, ooh, it's stunned. That's basically a critical hit. So you do extra damage with that. We're going to take out these people behind us so we have an easier time going. I don't know if she can reach him from here. Yeah, she can. Okay, nice. Bows are very useful. We got into the Horn Child, and then the other Woken is right there. I don't know where he's going. I have no idea where he's heading. The enemies are going to just keep coming, so we don't want to stand around forever. Let's see here. Let's see. We'll run down over here. We can switch weapons because we do have more than one weapon and hit this guy with our staff. It's not necessarily what I wanted to do. I did not necessarily mean to make a tree. I guess it does just... I guess it makes a tree every time. Huh. Okay, that's good to know. Important things to note. It does tell you the chance of hitting. Oh, man, we're getting lucky on these stunts. He got pinned there, which would have been which would have been nice. What pinning does means that they can't move. If you stand two characters next to each other, so long as they are not in gray plane, they will ward with each other. And if they are, depending on their relationship, they can also get extra block if they are friends. Alright, that's fair. Okay, yeah, because we had untouchable. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, he shredded some of our armor, but that's alright. And we took 1 damage, which is not bad, although I'm kind of surprised they could do damage in the first place, to be honest. Alright, let's see. There's 68 on this guy. I think we're gonna go for that. Try to take this one out. This guy's got a whole lot of armor. The Horned Children are like that. Grab the untouchable here. And yeah, okay, so it's because of stunt, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. If we stunt, we make a tree. That's not bad. Could go for this. We have a Horned Children spawning in. We gotta get moving. I'm gonna move down here, pull out my crossbow. Thanks to getting Untouchable Plus instead of just Untouchable, it will not wear off. Usually, Untouchable will wear off. So that is why I wanted to grab Plus so that it didn't. I'm gonna go for the Silk Step. We need to get to the blue section over there. That's where our escape is. And more enemies have spawned in. Okay, great. I'll take out this one. I don't know if she can take out the other one, though. Yeah, too much defense. We'll just have you move on. OC, you can go on ahead first. I'm not, like, I'm trying to go over what I think of when I think of it, but, like, we don't need to go over, like, everything, because there is, my, Age of Yellowstream's playthrough is on YouTube, and so I go over things in more detail over there, if that's what you would like to, if you want to get more into the, more understanding of the story, and, I'm sorry, into the gameplay. I'm just gonna go over some of the small things, some of the, not maybe not small, some of the main things I can think of. Let's move you over here. I've lost the light. What do you mean you've lost the light? The way up. This place is a maze. Creok! From the belly of the earth, a horn lowly howls. Humming voices echo the note. A wave of dark bile flooding up the warren snaking holes. The Shadow Hunter, that's his call. Which way? I don't know either. But Walla remembers now, she's not sure how. She can feel it in her feet. Follow me. We don't have any better choices. Alright, so yeah, that didn't warp them over. Sometimes that can warp over the characters. It did in fact not do that. I'm gonna put you here. A first thing to remember is that for this game, so long as you're standing next to something, it doesn't matter it does not matter how the enemy attacks you. If you're standing next to something, you have a chance of being in cover. So long as I'm standing like right here, I have a chance to use this as a cover. This was not optimal. Luckily, we do have a good amount of defense on our, our other hunter. Just gonna try to take this guy out so we don't have to worry about him. Lots of stunts today. That's real nice. We can't walk through enemies, so, you know. Guess we're gonna be a moment. I don't think we got hobbled, but we're not too bad. I mean, we're down armor, so we could really use this thing called running for the hills at this point. Just gonna run. I'm just gonna run because I'm gonna keep getting cornered if I stay there. Alright, Ursi, can you take this guy out? No, I was afraid of that. Hold up. What if we destroy some of the armor? Ooh, we got a stunt off. Very nice. She's not a hunter yet. So while again, I keep saying this, but because Walla's not a hunter yet, she also doesn't have her knife. So she only has the bow right now. Got a good dodge off. Very nice, very nice. Dodging is always useful, especially when we are low on our armor now. Oh, you jerk. Standing in my way like that. You didn't have to do that, but you did anyway. More horn shelter. We gotta keep running. We're trying to get to this spot now. Once we get there, it's not like we instantaneously escape. I think we need to get there with everybody to get everyone out. But let me take out this horn child because I can do that. I've got the power to take out the ones with 2 health in 1 hit. And then we'll move you up here, Walla. I don't think there's gonna be any more enemies up there. Walling together gives 1 armor. I don't know if I said that. I just said walling. And it also gives block if you're friends. So, very useful. Oh my goodness. Great. Um, hmm. Huh. It's not exactly wonderful. On child up there. These guys have too much defense for me to take out. We'll hope for the crit. Didn't get it. That's all. Not great. Hmm. All right. If you hit from one side and then hit from the other, you get flanking, which gives you a 100% hit chance on your next attack. Ow, that hurt. 2 damage is not good. No one attacking. Yeah, I was gonna say no one attacking Flam today. Come on, Kararu's here, ready to be hit. Uh, shoot on one Walla down there because we really need to keep her safe. Um, I'm gonna put you over here in Great Plain to keep you safer. I'll move up a little bit here. Because I don't think Kararu's gonna be able to live through all the hits, so we just kinda gotta hope on some dodges here. Oh no. 2 damage is real bad. Uh, Yeah, I think we're gonna actually have to restart the mission. Um, hmm, that's not good. Cause, he's not gonna live. Come on, please hit, please hit. Thank you. Yeah, he's not gonna survive. Alright, we'll probably have to restart the mission then. That's not wonderful. There's like a small chance if we dodge everything that we'll live, but man, it's not a good chance. Ugh, I hate that they push. Yeah, and we're hobbled. Oh yeah, we are so done. Yeah, yeah. One eye goes dark, like a candle, prematurely snuffed. Poirot fights the sensation like he's swimming, fights to stay on his feet. Few of us get through the life unscathed. Now's no time to give up. Ah, somebody's gonna pay for that. He'll die, but it'll deal 14 damage, or we'll lose 15 accuracy. We'll lose the accuracy, but it doesn't matter, because... Crow feels his way back to safety. There's so much he still has to live for, so much ahead of him, if he can make it through today. An eye patch might add a dash of mystique to the look. Hmm. Are we back? Let me... Alright. Something's not right here. Are we reconnected? Okay, OBS says I'm reconnected. Let me check. I guess the internet dropped for some reason. Sorry about that. I'm a bit confused, actually. Something feels off. I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is working now, at least. I'm pretty sure that I'm back. Sorry about the disconnecting there. I'm not sure what happened. Um, Thankfully that will not affect the VOD on YouTube because I'm recording this, but, um, something's just not right with the, uh, no what ifs, no if onlys, we made it out. That's the important thing. Like, this should be game over. Yeah, I'm not sure what the escape thing, why that came up there. Okay, we did get an achievement, be defeated in battle. I guess I hadn't done that yet. If I hadn't done that yet, then I really should have gone over. I thought we had seen that. But basically, whenever you die for the first time in a chapter, you'll have a choice. You can either get maimed in some way, or you can let the character die. If you lose your health again in the same chapter, you will only get the death option. You will lose the character then. But if you wait for another chapter, you can get maimed again. You can get maimed once per chapter. Yeah, that didn't go the way I was hoping it would. That's a great return to Wildermyth. Okay, we'll restart and see what we can do. I think we have to start at the very beginning, though. Yeah, because I didn't save. Alright, well, it is what it is. It's fine. I waited around too long, I think. Let's just run it. Let's just run. I thought taking other people behind us would be for the best, but maybe I was wrong about that. Running might just be the better option, to be honest. I don't know what was up with the, cutting out for a second there. I don't know why. My internet's still up. It never went off, so I'm not sure what happened with that, but for some reason we just cut out. Lots of enemies around. Not a fan of that, but we need to keep moving. Take out this guy. Can you take out this guy? Yes. So I'll put you over here so you've at least moved a little in the right direction. Go, take out him. And then I'll run over here. I don't think I'm going to be able to take out the slinger. Let's see, what do I want to do? Let's... prepare a shot for this thing. Yeah, I should have known. Well, whatever. I attempted. Ouch. And a hobble. Not great, but whatever. We'll live. Had untouchable go off. That's nice. Gotta keep moving. I try to take out that one child. There we go. Waller will run down there. We can have the one over here and take out this one child. Okay, there we go. That's not a bad setup. I think we're making better progress this time. Ow. I think Earthy is getting a lot more hurt. I should probably Silk Step. You here. Okay, there should be a Horn Child right there, which is a bit unfortunate, but if I stand here, we're good. Should have moved him first. I forgot that that's how that works. Like, when you walk through people, you have less movement. I remembered it, and I forgot it all at the same time. So, we're gonna Silk Step here. Try to keep Earthy alive. You know there's an enemy, I think, in the upper right corner here? I can't hit anybody, so we're gonna put you here. Now, since we've seen this, I'm actually just gonna skip through it. We did get to read that one already. Oh, my computer's dying. Let me plug in. Let's set up an ambush for this guy, actually. And then I'll take a shot at him, too. Yeah. Thanks to the ambush, we also get to do a little bit extra damage if we use ambush, because it's set up to do a little more damage, which is nice. Gives you +2 for a prepared shot. +2 damage, though. Right. Everybody keep on running. See, you go up there. Gararu, you can take out this guy. Hopefully. Uh, you can run up here, stand next to her. Okay. Nice. Not necessarily the one I wanted to take out, but hey, it works. And we're making much better progress this time, so this was definitely the better way to do it. I should have just ran in the first place. Right, Deepest can be a bit annoying because they have hobble on their attacks, which is usually not too bad, but when you're trying to escape, it can be a lot. The Deepest themselves aren't usually too tough to fight, to be honest. It's usually only when there's a lot of them, and that's why this mission is a bit rough, because there's a lot of them. Uh, can't reach anybody like this, so what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to pull out my spear and Guardian with that. Guardian is the range of your weapon, and since my weapon has 2 range, as the spear has 2 range, I was able to hit from a further distance there. Okay. I can't get out, but you guys might be able to. Yeah, Walla can, and I think Arthur might be able to as well then. I will take out this guy and get out next turn. Okay, that was a lot better. That went a lot better. We did take a good amount of damage on Earthy, but she lived, and we can get her healed up. As days pass on the overworld, when you're not, as long as you're not in combat, people recover health. So, yeah, let me double check to make sure. Yeah, okay. Got some good experience off of that. We got a shield. Probably best for Crow since he's our main guy. Main tank. They emerged from the tunnels into a scarlet-brown afternoon, thunderheads rolling in from the east and north. Hey, that was good work, kid. Let's put some distance behind us. That noise is still ringing in my skull. Your enemies improved the strategy. That monster didn't need more armor, guys. Seriously? Horned children aren't even really that bad. They're just annoying more than anything. It's when there were like 20 of them that they became problematic. Homecoming road going. A night storm shakes their tent. Water runs under the canvas and soaks them. Attempts at a fire are futile. Doesn't get much better than this, does it? Rescue in a rainstorm. You're enjoying this? Excuse me, who are you two? Us? We take risks, beat the odds. I'm Crow, that's Ursi. Your grandma told us you'd been coaxed into joining the wrong sort of folks. She put it a little more colorfully, of course. Right, and she's promised us a few coins if we get you back. I see. Walla lies abruptly down. The rain pounds and pools. It lets up just before dawn. You know, I chose that pass. I went there because anyway, I chose it. Grandmother's the only one who would have ever even noticed. Or cared. Your children seem too sad to leave it behind. A brisk, soggy march gets them back to the town of Grimstoop before lunch, but not before another downpour. Tell her I was tortured. I'll make this face. It'll go easier. Oh, I know. We could hit the tavern instead? Our job's not done until you're home. Just say you were curious. Curiosity takes me plenty of uncomfortable places. The old woman stands up from her chair as the door opens. Voila, my goal! I'm back, grandmother. A lengthy scolding follows. What could have possessed you? A shouting match whose words are drowned in the rain. In the meantime, how about a hot meal? Greg Getty's place is just up the road. Greg Getty's tavern is empty except for Getty himself. They eat a late lunch and stand finishing their drinks. So, what's next for us? Next, these cultists are a bigger problem than everyone thought. Rumor is the Westland Passage is blocked. They control the road. You're saying that's for us to do? It's a job for someone. Is it a job for me? And not meaning to interrupt or anything, but, well, I don't think I can let you go without asking the question. Sorry, what are you asking? Look, you both saw that I have some skill. I can handle myself. I want to go make a difference to people. You don't seem to lack confidence. I need somewhere to belong. Something to commit to. And your grandma? I don't want to be a burden on her anymore. I used to promise that I'd find a way to make something of myself. Make her proud. It does sound like something from a story, doesn't it? Well, it's up to you. I wouldn't mind an extra pair of hands. We were thinking of expanding our operation, becoming a true company of heroes. All we're missing is a name. What do you think what's the envoys of the Rambling Titan? Didn't we decide on the battalion of the ancients below? Should I tell them my idea? I believe this is write your own for this one. Let me check real quick. See if I gotta check OBS because I'm paranoid now. It's like you disconnected once, now I gotta keep checking to see if it disconnected again. Check the stream as well, see if it's... Yeah, okay, it looks like it's fine. Alright, let me get back up to the game. Okay. I actually do really like the middle one. The middle one's not half bad. The left one's kind of funny. They're both actually pretty good, though. Both of the openings aren't half bad, honestly. Count me in. Hard not to get swept up, isn't it? The mountain path to the westlands is being blocked, so we hear. There's plenty of work to be done between here and there. Some of it bloody, dangerous. I'll do whatever you ask of me. If not for myself, then for my grandmother. Here follow the tales of the battalion of the ancients below. Deeper secrets await them. Although ironically, with a name like the battalion of the ancients below, it almost sounds like we are working with the deepest. Alright, well, our group is now a greenhorn hunter. So she's now a hunter. Now she'll have her knife, as you can see right there. We can give her ember arrows, quelling moth, and ambush. Just to re-go over this, ember arrows are arrows that are set on fire. So long as she's standing next to a fire, she will do extra damage, except not because she doesn't have any potency. But it does give one shred, so that's shredding is what you do to the armor. So she'll get rid of one armor if she uses that. Quelling moth is the ability to coat your attacks with poison, so all of your attacks will poison an enemy, but you will also be able to toss a poison thing to hit multiple units in an area, and we know what ambush does. I'm not going to go for ambush because I like mixing up my team abilities, so it's going to be ember arrows or quelling moth. We don't have a good fire starter at the moment, so I'm thinking quelling moth. And now they do 1 damage. Okay, that's great. My favorite. Do we have enough to... Yeah, we have 6 now. Okay, we could just recruit the person right off the bat. It's probably the best plan, honestly. Plus, this will give Elsie time to heal. We can pick from the legacy. Let's see who's available to recruit. Rivmoss and Sarvi, both hunters. We really need something other than a hunter. We have this snarky poet here. We can check this guy out. Alright. He's 19, retirement age of 45. Wow, he's, his charisma and tenacity aren't super high. What's your history, bud? Hyung wasn't born. Not if you asked him. And if you didn't ask, well, he'd say nothing at all. He spent a year with a young woman who was cursed to see demons in every shadow. He didn't like to say how it ended. A soft bed makes for a soft man. Someone important must have told him. Okay. Hyung wanted little more than a crook among roots, a pillar of memories, a ceiling, haunted by planets. Actually, could definitely work as a mystic, I think. Mysterious, shame, and gritty. Okay, yeah, we can bring you along. It didn't take long to trek back to 8 trails. Why 2 S's? What is the point of the extra S? And the town still seemed like the best bet for finding another able pair of hands. God. Wait! It's you, from the heroes. Right, anyway, I was hoping you'd come back. I get that a lot. Everything alright? Oh, everything's fine. And that's just it. It's been quiet in 8 trails so far, but I heard those things you said, that talk of linking our hearts into an unbreakable chain of legend. And it stuck with me, more than I would have thought. Is that how we put it? Possibly, forming a company of heroes can get one a little fired up. You were right, though. The woods are darkened with branching perils, but such a company, a family forged in battle, should not be underestimated. Well, you could use another fighter on our side, if you're game. Oh, fantastic. I'm glad you offered. After all, when danger drops in, you'd rather have a pair of daggers than 2 dozen butter knives. Far be it from us to turn you down, then. Train you as a mystic, because we really need some magic. Um, badly need some magic. Alright, how's our map looking? It's pretty decent, to be honest. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. And now we have Ignite. Perfect. I'm glad I didn't grab Ember Arrows. Um, Archers could be fun depending on how we want to go about it. Let me go over this real quick as well, actually. Indignance is an aura ability that does 1 true damage, so whenever you, at the range of 1, and someone steps next to you, or you step next to someone, you'll always do 1 damage. Arches is a active ability where we create a tree. You can make a tree and it will pin enemies that are around it. And Ignite on debris tiles, you can set them on fire. These two are active, this one's just a passive. It depends on what we want to go for with Hyung. All of these are pretty cool, to be honest with you. So, like, it really depends on which one we want to try out. Alright, let's go for the Ignite then. Wish I'd gone for Ember Arrows, but it's not impossible that we could get Ember Arrows to show up again. We want to secure this place real quick, because it's always good to do that unless we have a time limit, and we do not. We just have to clear all the hostile sites and reach the pass. Like, okay, for 8 trails, I get why it has 2 T's. 8 ends in a T and trail begins in a T, and that makes sense. Why does it have 2 S's, though? Alright, we got the Earthshell Bracelet. Block chance up. 60. You have 60. Why do you have 62 block? You're a mystic. Why is your block better than a... That's confusing. We'll give it to probably to Flam, because he's the one that should be getting hit. Potency! I don't think Flam uses Potency because he has Untouchable. Walla does for Quelling Moss. Ambush doesn't, and you do for Ignite. As well as literally all of your other abilities. It's 1/2 of Potency, so range is 1/2. Damage is 1 plus Potency plus spell damage. So you would do extra damage with this, but this would also help Walla, right? Does it help you? I think it does. 1/2 Potency. This puts you up to 1 Potency, which is on your way to helping you. I think we'll give it to Waller just to get that started, and we'll go from there. We could build up some defenses, but I don't think we'll necessarily need to do that quite yet. Let's go down here first. Oh, whoops. There we go. Alright. Question Forge. Super easy to say. Strength of 3 deepest, that should only be 3 enemies. We can definitely handle that with a team of 4. Tell me a story. Okay, this one's not bad. Did you see the huge moth that landed in Walla's hair earlier today? How could I not? And you weren't going to say anything? She walked around with it for like half an hour. You think you could tell me a story? I don't need my last thoughts tonight to be of deepists. Well, what would you like to hear? Tell me the one about the Trickster Moon. How about the Fire Queen and the Raindrop? Nothing too fantastic, just tell me something that happened to you. We'd go for the Fire Queen and the Raindrop since he uses fire. He probably knows that one. Hyung described a bitter sorceress who ruled her realm with fiery hand. One day, a raindrop fell under her plate and told her of the suffering her axe had caused. Go on, little teardrop, she laughed and puffed the wind to dry it right up. But another raindrop fell, on her table this time. This one she shriveled with a flick of a fingernail. But still more fell. The sorceress began shooting gouts of flame and screaming the heat from the earth. But it wasn't enough. The rain fell with one voice, rising, rising, and eventually the Flame Queen and all her ashery were washed away in a great torrent. And the raindrops all lived happily ever after? As those inspiring tales tend to. You asked for a story, you got a story, alright? Temporary potency and warding, very nice. That's actually that was a very good choice. I think you get like a different stat boost depending on the story told. Potent child, two horned children because they always come as twos. One woken slinger and one woken. I really don't think this will be too bad. Step up here and Guardian, just so that way you have we're ready to open the door. I'll move you over here as well. So Ignite, just for example, these are the debris tiles he can use Ignite on. Let's see. Nothing really that's going to be helpful to infuse with out here, so we'll just not. And Aussie, we'll have you Silk Step. And same for you, Walla. I think Walla actually actively might have lost defense turning into a hunter. Because I think she actually had defense when she was a farmer. That's kind of sad, honestly. Okay, let me open the door because I have no... Okay, seriously nothing in here. Well, they must be waiting behind this door. One can hope. I could set you on fire. It doesn't actually let me do that, which is nice of the game. Just run ourselves up here, I guess. Something that's good to do is actually to do ambush if you can, even if you're not going to hit anything, because it gives you prepared shot, which means you can do one attack without needing it to cost you any action points. Found him. Unfortunately, I think I might have set her up wrong. No, okay, good. Hiya! They get to take a shot without any action points being used up. And that's not half bad, to be honest. This thing has so much armor now, my goodness. Walla. So long as you do 2 damage, you can take this guy out! Are you kidding me, man? Okay, well, there's another way around this, at least. Let's use, a young, and he can steal some fire. That's gonna take him out. Because he doesn't have as much warding as defense, thankfully. Something important to remember about fire, for those of you who either don't remember or haven't played the game before. If it's not on a debris tile and you don't have a certain ability, it will burn out by the end of the turn. So you won't get to keep the fire. It is just an unfortunate fact. I'm going to prepare a shot, actually, and then I'm going to go for the untouchable. 51% chance. Hey, not bad. We got it. Yeah, well done on avoiding the prepared shot. Unfortunately, I still prepared a shot. So, you know, you avoided the ambush, but not the final shot. That's a prepared shot, though. There you go. Alright, not bad. Pretty easy, all things considered. And potency up again. Okay, this one I think we'll give to Hyung. Just because he should have some up. Okay, HP up for the Woken. Not really happy about that, but whatever, we'll just live with it. Not like I can do anything about it. I'm gonna head over here. We can't actually do the... Ooh, we have some rivalry. Okay, okay. We don't always get, you don't always get stuff, without having to do it yourself, so I'll take it. Stunt chance up. Earthy because she has a stone bow, I think. As I was saying, I'm going to head over here. I know I can't do the mission yet, but I want to clear out the infestation before it grows. Never mind, we're going to go up here and clear out this infestation. Changes of heart and hand. Here's something you don't see underground. Never knew about this place. Not many do. I got my first kiss here. It was as magical as you'd expect. Something about your first love never leaves you. It complicates you, doesn't it? Can I ask you a serious question? The cults. The deepest? You don't look like one of them. In fact, they don't look like anyone I've ever seen. Can you explain that? Oh. Falling streams rush, splash, and sing. Tadpoles float aimlessly round in the clear water. Older frogs are scarce and furtive. I saw it happen. By that time, I'd been down there for 2 days. You lose track. There was someone else. Genlock. Genlock was his name. Earlier arrival. He was all ready for the ceremony. Took his oaths. The oaths I took, I can't remember them. I ate a mushroom of some kind, fell asleep. Your oaths are completed when you awaken from them. Genlock went before me. He consumed what they gave him, and he went into the Chamber of Dreams to sleep. He was in there a day or so, and then a pair of priests went in, and I could hear... I'm not sure. The man who came out had Genlock's body, face, but different, warped, pulled, whittled at. Could barely speak, skin gone strange, pigments leached and blued and weirded. Did as he was bidden, ate when he was bidden. You saw all that? But you was going to let them do it to you? My choices were gone by that point. The only hope was through. And by through, you mean... The deepening is a process, is how it was explained to me. While Genlock took a step back to his blank and more primitive state, it was only in order to prepare him for his descent, and as he lowered himself, his mind would be reborn, better, deeper, more powerful, blessed by the Prophet, and he would be embraced, valued, loved by his brethren all. It's like graduating from one stage to another. Growing up, or down, I suppose. The noise of these delicate falls isn't loud enough. Their dampened skins and clothes feel cold, fingers numb, blue. Time to go? Right, yes. Come on, Walla. This world is warm, and love, after all, ripens sweetest in starlight. Coming. What do we need? We have a lot of... We're actually making good ingots. We need fabrics pretty badly, if we can make... What are the hides looking at right now? Yeah, so we could probably do 2 fabrics for this one. Build this, we'll go up here and deal with this thing. Okay, Calamity's coming in. Yeah. Massage... jeez, weldings. Okay, Hornchild damage we do not want. I think we'll save the rest of our points. I don't like that, but we will. All of that is annoying. Rager, Welding, and Stormsword are all very annoying enemies, but whatever. Sometimes you don't get a choice in the matter. This is only 4. We could probably deal with 4. To be perfectly honest. Really needed that drink. Okay, back to it. Only to be alone. Looks like the place, where a supple-mouthed wanderer encounters a tall and riddling rocks. From caves among the beech trunks and leaf cover up to open gray air on the knolls, they've tracked their deepest quarry. The drag-footed procession has left an easy trail to follow, strewn with bowl garbage. And a shrine is near this spot? Is that a coincidence, or is it part of their aim? Kararu, the others are still back there, cutting bleach root. Let's hold up. We're in the thick of the wild. What's that? Oh, no, but look, something died over in those trees. Carrion birds, and before I heard an oxhorn call, and the beginning of a hunt, I think it must mean. Also a broken snap, sort of a willow branch. This morning, looked like an animal chewed through it. All stuff none of us could have wanted to know, right? Well, bud. Do you two know why my skin's all prickly? It doesn't mean anything, does it? I think that it doesn't, but... The air is heavy. No sort of rain, just tired clouds, flying low and cold, looking for a piece of winter to lie down in. Hands not so far back. Were you noticing the birds? Basically. Jeez. His voice is deeper, so I gotta go deep with that. When we go forward, let's not get spotted. Oh, let's not get killed. Rush them, maybe? Sometimes fast is better. Alright. Foes have -1 health, and we get Stoicism, plus Stealth, but no Walling, and plus Courage and Haste, but Hyung joins late. Let's just go for the minus health and Stoicism. That's both really good, honestly. Plus, with the extra enemies, having them be -1 health will be nice. Oh, +1. I'm so... That's dumb. I was like, that was confusing to me. I'm so... You know... Wow, reading is not a talent of mine. 1 health is fine, we can handle that. Man, that was stupid. Okay, well, actually, I still like all heroes +1 armor and warding, and I meant to read what we had to fight. Okay, well, guess we're going in blind. The Leaf Spirit here could be good to grab since we have some people without any elemental things. Fine, 1 temporary health sucks, but we can live with it. Alright. So, in case you want a reminder, rivalry causes causes people to have a higher stun chance. So if one person stunts and the other doesn't, they'll be mad at each other. They'll not be mad, but like that. Basically, that's the idea that they want to show that they can do just as well, and so they'll have a higher stun chance. Ooh, nice. We got him pinned over there. I don't know who to give it to though, because Leaf is pretty much the best for warriors, and our warrior already has a Leaf thing. So like, I'm not sure honestly. Man, nobody's standing on any debris spots, which is really causing me some issues. Just go for another Splinter Blast, I guess. Alright. Yeah, poison, depending on how much poison a person does, depends on how much damage they're going to take. So he'll only take 1 damage a turn, because I only did 1 poison, but he's dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um... Alright, I was going to go into the Grey Plane, but then you decided to show your face, so we'll shop prepared instead. It's called Ambush. I should be calling it what it is. Well, we'll ambush instead. Um... I wanted to have Flam get the kill because I wanted him to... Sorry, I wanted him to get Untouchable, but he doesn't need to get the kill now because he has Untouchable, so we can let someone else take out this broken. Right there, I get to show off a bit of his Ignite ability. Like I could give it... His bow is... His crossbow is regular, right? Like, I wouldn't be against having him have... Yeah, I think I will actually still give it to Kuraru anyway. Just because I kind of would like that. The enemies are over there. Up there, I mean, assumably. So we'll take this time to do a bit of silk stepping. Okay. And there goes boning out. We'll grab this on my crossbow. Just so that we can have Leaf on both things, because having Leaf on a warrior is a good thing. Then we'll just head on up. See, if one of them stunts, the other will end up having a higher stun chance until they stunt. And then it goes away until the next thing. And then it continues from there. Yeah, rifles is a very useful one for damage, for stunt damage anyway. Um, friendship is for block, and you and love can also be pretty useful. Romance can be good because love gives you extra damage against an enemy that's hit your the person you are in love with. So it's not bad. How far over are they? Clearly very, but come on, man. I still can't even see them. Finally found the guy. Okay, let's see. Where can you go? You can go right back here. Then we'll pull out the ambush. This man will not be able to walk up to us. Then I'll put you on the other side because we can go for like a flanking maneuver that way. Stood under breeze, buddy. Bad plan. Can spark a fire underneath you when you do that. Alright, let's see. No level ups, but we're doing pretty well anyway. And see, it didn't matter that I did give them extra health. All's well that ends well. My young doesn't have a way to go invisible, so I'll give him some dodge. By battle's end, the day is more painted than real. Death litters the darkening earth. Should we stay quiet? They split to cover more ground, sweeping the woods for surviving cultists. Fighting's done, I think. No need. Over there's a slumped thing. Hmm. It lies still and stiff. Cut by deepest swords, pierced and battered, couple limbs hanging wrong. A strange, magnificent, empty-eyed beast. There's motion on the mothy floor. Oh, Corral? I know, I see it. Seems to be what our deepest hunted, and there's also its cub. Looks like it fought pretty ferociously. Well, this is a Hoggo. Powerful, careful hunters, fiercely protective of the young. Hey, young, maybe you can lower that whopping staff. Oh, yeah. Then it shouts, "Go!" A shocking strong sound to come from so small a thing. For a time, there seems no appropriate move to make. But finally, Osi shrugs. We're getting low on light, is all I'm thinking. Anyway, Wall has gone to the woods fringe, might have caught stragglers. Scouts. We need to maybe go? Well, we can find her. Well, it'll grow big and take on its own nature, but I'll be its mom for a bit. Is there shrines nearby? Shrines are for the motherless. So the story goes. Just wouldn't make sense, would it? Take it away? Could it ever come back? Hmm. I don't remember the second one. The first and third one I know, but the second one I don't remember. Huh. That's interesting. Now I have to decide again. The first one could actually be good for this team. That's why I'm not sure. Because, like, I've not seen the second one. Well, I feel like I might have seen the second one. But, like, I don't remember. Um, I can just go for the one I know. Or try for it. It's an 84 with a pretty good chance. Koro takes a step forward, as the beastling, noticing them, shrinks behind the corpse of its mother. Earthy stays well back. You're a hefty boy, right? Handsome color, too. We'll drive the ladies wild, us two together. First, you probably want a snack, Oh. It shakes the bristly fur on its back. Rackle. No, well, just realizing the old pack's out of its fullest, but let's see what we got. What we've got. Only nearly edible misery lines the floor of Crow's rucksack? What he comes up with is a square of dusty-looking cheese. How about this? Its stare, in the leaf-filtered light of day, is loveless. It examines the trail food, then predictably bites down, hard. Crow, are you a... oof! Leaving its proud cry to bounce between the ears, the cub turns loose. It's going pretty... It's going pretty quick. And for such stubby legs. Am I not charming enough? Late, under a cold sky, Waller hears the whole story. I think it's probably for the best. That's just how it goes sometimes. Good intentions, painful results. Everything's pretty asleep in the woods, far into the old growth as I went. Hopefully we will be too, soon. It's at least some easier beds we've left, ousting those cultists, poachers, really. Easier beds for the wild things. So, Crow, listen, all I mean is, it's alright. A campfire helps meanings settle in their hearts. That day was sad. That day was full of courage. That day humbled the warrior Karu and taught him a little about who he hoped someday to be. Ooh, 15 charisma, daggum. That's not bad. That means we failed. That was a 84% success rate, and we failed. How did that happen? Man, that takes real skill right there, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna see here. What do we want to do here? We still have plenty of time before an incursion happens, so I don't think I need to make defenses quite yet. Famous last words, I know. Aha! Soft Hasping, Hunter Armor. Speed of 0.5, Armor 1, Dodge Chance 5. Let's see. I don't usually read the stuff, but I'll leave it up for you guys to look at real quick. And it is better than the humble beginnings that Walla is wearing. It's not quite better than the travel trap, so we'll give it to Walla. Moonwillow Sash, okay. I believe that outfit is actually from the Armors and Skins DLC. Because it added some new, well, armors. So, who needs speed up? Definitely, probably, Kuro. He's got a look going on, doesn't he? Alright, let's head up here. See, I don't think we need to patrol. What is this? It's... Draven might suck a little bit, but it's only 4. I think can handle 4 Draven. Flickering. Oh, I have not saved the game in forever. I need to do that. It auto saves, but I like to have some hard saves too. Might get some more wood for the fire. You're going to be up longer? All is already turning in. Well, it must be tiring being Walla. Maybe. Anyway, one company. Don't feel obliged. The fire and I have plenty to discuss. Wow, punk. More wood. Oh, thanks. The fire wriggles through the fresh wood, happy as a mud dog. Hyung's eyes grow tired. He begins to see things. Flickerings of Draven thought, or flickerings from Toadhelm Beacon. Okay, which one do we want to see? For some reason I feel like Draven thought, actually. Fire hits polished plates of armor, tells tales, and the reflections. Hyung imagines sitting in a camp not so different from this one, resting weary claws and tracing patterns of wings and the ashes. Fires link back and back, all the way to the first primordial Mars. Hyung suddenly realizes he has no idea how much time has passed. Dravin on the brain tonight. And rightly so, turns out. Sounds of Scaly skulking below, in over the grass. Karo! Walla! Bleary eyes strain to see beyond the dying light. I did get rid of one of the things. That's not bad, honestly. Getting rid of some of the armor's nice. Dot, stump, stump, and stump. Okay. We can use that. I like to think we could probably deal with this. These guys definitely have more HP than some of the things we've been dealing with. We do not want to go. I don't want that storm soak to live. I will be honest. I'm gonna be real. Storm swords are annoying. Go for the constrict on you. And see if we can't get. I don't quite kill. Need a little more damage done then. Walla. Should be able to hit from here. That's a 43. I don't trust that. We're gonna hit that undo button. The undo button does only have 2 uses per battle, I believe, so gotta choose wisely when you want to use it. Come on, yeah! Took him out and got some health as well as untouchable. Very nice. Well, see, you go here, and then I want you to put this here, so when that stump comes after us, you have a shot prepared. Oh, I forgot about dropping blood. Annoying. Gonna do this. I knew it. I knew it. I was like, that's yellow, wasn't it? I thought he might be able to get there. I forgot that he can't walk through the thing. Well, that's fine. I still got to take him out, so it doesn't matter too much. Alright. Withdraw here because we don't really need that one anymore. I think we'll actually grab Discus. Actually wouldn't be bad. That's pretty powerful. I don't know if it can hit from where it is. It might be able to. I could technically make it hit. Well, it'll walk. Not exactly the way I wanted it to, mind you, but it did walk, all things considered. I'm gonna get my untouchable back. Seems that dot down there is unlikely to come up after us. I mean, it'll obviously come closer to us, but like... Oh, come on, man. Oh, well. Not too shabby. The first chapter is usually not too bad. So it makes sense that this isn't too difficult for the moment. Accuracy of 5. Give it to Walla because she has less accuracy. The last of the orange light sinks into the embers. Hyung remembers his earlier reveries and tucks them away. The next day, they scour Toad Helm Beacon. Scraped up, but empty. Maybe they all smelled us last night and came running? It was a long march yesterday. Anyway, a lot of work to be done. Extra damage on the Storm Soak. Excellent. Let's get a quick, securing done here. We've almost got this pretty good. We've almost finished this whole thing up. If we get lucky, we might be able to do it before the Ooh, okay. Before the next Calamity thing. This is also from the DLC. Rain's Cross Armor. Fashioned for the fray is a special ability. When the individual gains +10 dodge while they aren't walling. So long as he's not walling, he gets extra dodge chance. Um, Stats may not be quite as good. I like his stunt being up, and I don't, and he walls a lot with Hyung, so I don't think it's gonna be good for him. But this is a cool one. It does give warding, which might not be a bad idea, but I really think salvaging is the best plan on this one, honestly. Warding. Speaking of, maybe I should just give that just to get it up. Yeah, we'll give it to Flam because he doesn't have any. He does have Untouchable, but since it's not always active, if I don't kill something or if I've taken a hit, I like to have it just to have some extra defense just in case. Let's see. We got 4 Gorgons here. We can probably deal with that. Let me take this opportunity to double check the stream. Alright, looking good, looking good. I don't think I'm in the way that much, it seems like, so we should be good there. Alright, yep, everything seems fine. It was here, upon a secret lake, in a secret place, on a moonless night fit for promise breakers, ditchwalkers, peaceless hearts, hiding from their own reflections. It was here, on such a night, she'd fled. Pursued by the wrath of a goddess, she'd cheated. Here, Ina Strakvir laid her life's treasure to rest. Chee. Green odors rise from the lake, its black, muddy shore. A solitary moonpiper whistles while the windless reeds hold silent. Chee. A night for ghosts and their stories. Chee. A night for stormy-haired women and the deaths of shyness. As Kararu emerges from distraction, he sees something strange. A spider web thin and strung from stone to star, an impossible thread of light. Should I fail to return, I tether you to these constellations. The line will fade, but in the season of Desmonder, on a night the stars are samely scattered, then your mooring light shall beam skyward. Let another windy pair of eyes be your discoverer. 20 hard strokes from shore, Kararu hauls himself up. Through a hole the size of a pine nut, warmthless light streams. This was meant to be seen. That feels clear enough. So we can say that what follows is only me, fulfilling my part in someone else's intention. Even as he watches, it starts to shrink. The night sky rolls toward its horizon, and the light sinks back into the ground. It murmurs to me almost sweetly. Dig, Kararu, dig. Whatever's down there, perhaps you need me to find you? Finding himself unstruck by any unhappy hand of the heavens, he bends to dig. And soon, scraping earth away with the butt of his bow, Kararu uncovers the secret of the stony lake isle. A book? My friend. Which one do we go for? Let's go for the friend. That one's interesting. A rock buried in a rock. Not just a rock, maybe. Though, right? Maybe there's a secret nestled inside, like in that story about the what was it called? Underhome, Underhouse, the gnome one. I suppose I should consider what's nested in the nested rock. Bending, he gives it a tug. It's quite loose. So he gets his hands under it, hoping to heave it out. Trouble. It almost falls on his butt. Oop, it's light. A bread-weight stone. It's something I've never seen. Thank you. A familiar voice calls him, then. Crow! Hey, Crow! That's where you are? Come on. Oh, look, something happened. Hold on, I'm coming back. You'll float, won't you? Let's wrap you in. Where's my oilcloth? Let's wrap you in that, in case you don't like water. The swim back is ungraceful, the bagged stone bobbing, tied at Crow's waist. My young found their positions, the Gorgons, gathered silent by the stones. Long way you came, this direction. There was this small strain of light. Crow's rock is peculiar, odder than even its odd properties would seem to make it. Of water and star, of wishing salt and mended laughter, a stone-old story begins to tell itself. Two rages, are you kidding me, man? Alright, well, a raccoon in a row. I would have preferred more rows. I do not want more raccoons, though, so I guess I can live with the rages. I will not be happy about it, but I can live with it. Let me go for the attack here. And then I want to get, untouchable. Oh, so he gets to stand over here, and we'll set up this so when this guy moves, he gets hit. Hopefully. Anyway, I think he can still maybe get around it, but hopefully he doesn't figure that one out. The enemies are actually usually pretty smart when it comes to getting around things, though, so I'm gonna go for this Blood Blast to get rid of his armor. Are you kidding me, man? There's the row. Now where's the other? Yep. Okay. That's not bad, honestly. And he got pinned, so that's good. I'll take that. Now let's rock Slam up here so that he's the one that they're more interested in. You come here and hit this guy because you can take him out. Ooh, we got the oh yeah, watch this. So that's means he has a higher stunt chance now. Gotta be careful with rages because they can walk through scenery. Why are you dodging my attacks, man? Come on, dude. I'm gonna do this. And then we'll go for this. Because if we can take out the rage is a dangerous one. The row's not too bad. Like I said, not too bad. I didn't think he could make that far. That hurts. Oh, that's bad. That is really not good. Let me... I can't toss this without poisoning myself. Someone else is going to get poisoned if I do it. Well, I guess I'll just step then. Goodbye! How do I want to go about this? We'll go for the discus. Take out the row. Move Flam in front of you because this guy's dangerous. Okay, that was not good for Walla. But still, we made it, so there's that at least. Ooh. Mystic armor, special mystic armor, okay. Let's see. Fail memory. When individual is below half health, they gain 1 potency. It's not bad, and I do think it looks cool, but, like, your mystic's not usually that below half health. But, I mean, you never know what'll happen. It doesn't even give him a full armor or warding, but it does give him extra potency, and it's better than Humble Beginnings, so we'll give it to him. Days go by. The battle at Doctana Henge becomes another gristle-crackling Gorgon Blue memory. Kararu palms over the stone he found, maybe for no other reason than that its strangeness, its textures, its contours are becoming familiar. That's how he discovers its secret. What's this I'm touching? That would be a rock, bud. Wax has been tamped into a groove in the otherwise hard, smooth surface. Sweating wax, softened by the fire's nearness. Kawaru? Oh, yep, you came back. Sorry. Don't be sorry. My fault, being so competent. Despite appearances, you really are. Heard that. Liked it. Well done. Screwing first a thumb down through the wax, Kawaru squeezes his fingers in. Something's been preserved in the squiggle wiggle, and pinches loose a rolled slip of paper. Aha. The ancient note is scrawled in runes Kawaru can't read. A map links star reckonings with hill shapes. A diagram swims with stick images, swirls in repeated shape that must be the rock. So for 3 thick logs of fire, Kawaru will study it, comparing constellations, interpreting the sketches of a hurried hand. Takes 2 people by the looks of it. Yeah? To wash a rock? Bathe it, he said. Suggests reverence. True, it suggests reverence. I guess it does suggest it. Someday I'd want to try and go there, where it leads. Do what it says to do. You'll find time. Long after the fire is embers, Kawaru is up and map musing. Wait, I do know that ridge. That's Apple Tree Land. That's not so terribly far. Oh no, not a bog moth. Oh jeez. That's a thing. Not necessarily a good one. Alright, so we have this that we can now go and do. I don't remember how long this takes. It takes 2 people. Here's the dawn in autumn. Kawaru discovered a strange rock buried on a lonesome lake isle. It weighed less than a pickle pot, but in his thoughts became a mountain. For secreted in wax among its contours, he discovered a note, a map with drawn instructions. Sure, go ahead and mock me. I'm a starry-eyed idiot sometimes. I can't even argue. So on an early fall morning, shadows on the land, making it all like a glimpse of another age, another world. On a morning like this one, the good green earth seems aware of our troubles, asks us with gentleness to wander. Will he embark? Kawaru, I was thinking about borrowing... Wait, where are you off to? He cannot go alone. Let's wallow with him. How long will it take? 30 days? That's not bad. We can have the other 2 work on the, securing. Yeah, let's take my son's breakfast on it. This here's the place he means. I've really done it, haven't I? This guy's liable to fall in love with me now. Such a nuisance. A bright, cool day. Can I trust you with these secrets? A fearsome fighter like me has sweeter things in the world sometimes on his mind. Should I worry about him? Kawaru tenderly tucks the rock inside some weatherproof sacking. It's the end of the journey, almost. Walla feeds a frivolous fire. Wonder if that woman's coming back. Been a long piece of the morning now, hasn't it? I guess Yabog! Ah! I have returned. Oh, see? I thought you would. Seriously with her? We were saying, We were saying you'd been gone a while? Oh, well, yes, anyway, it's where I remember being. Of course it was. Let's lunch. Let me lie down for a moment, and I'll hike with you back up there. Shouldn't take longer than a couple hours. We're still fit, aren't we? A mountainside's still nothing to our bones. So, after lingering for a late morning meal, the woman, Rail, whose ranch is nearest the mountain, leads them up it. Yeah, the rain will move the rocks around sometimes, but it's never not the slopes I learned herbs on. Trickle of water, happy in its path, damp, newtly smells, and spicy aroma of cinder bloom. All year round it sings its tune, just like this. Never frozen, never too warm or icy, just like this. And I just read that regularly because I didn't, yeah, whatever. Wasn't so bad a hike. Whoops, now I see why you went that way round. Been a holy place sometimes, when lots of holy places was a thing folks needed. Nowadays we don't think that way, but it is neat. Fed from deep below, I guess I've heard. And it wasn't so good a hike either. I'm feeling fine. Its original name is one of those hefty to pronounce old words, but it's translated as Starfall Spring. Starfall Spring. Starfall Spring. Like it? You should see it at night. Know why it's called that? Here we go. Get up and you can scoot yourselves down on your butt. I almost got you. It's so slippery. The main smooth rock is salted with dirt and gravel. Also never answered the question. The mountain continues higher, where it can be heard battling tireless winds. Great boulders guard the water. Yeah, so this is the pool you were looking for? If it's not, I'd be genuinely shocked. The name, though, for some reason, captures my imagination. I think as for the name, just wait. It's from how it looks under the stars, like someone knocked a few of them down, to glimmer in the water like beautiful things. Like gemstones, I mean. Is that it? Oh, whoop. So, but I do need to get back and check the oxygen did. I'll come along in a week's time. I'll bring supplies for you. I can't say I feel unguilty about it, but you're very kind, and honestly, it's nice. Honestly, nice. No it's. Yeah, it's nice, and thank you. Well, maybe there wasn't it's, and man, reading is not my strong suit. Okay, let's restart. Let's just restart this. It's nice, and thank you. So, coming back, yeah. Burn some drift moss. I saw some down there. Burn it at the foot of the mountain and enjoy a cup of coffee. We're not weasels. We'll come haul things up. We'll look for smoke, then. A week, or 10 days, make it 10. Yes, but thank you for your outland gallantry on it. And, well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe it won't take so long, whatever you're doing. And you can always spend some time at my ranch. Sure, that could happen. Alright, watch me fall back down and break my... Oh, here we go. Okay, Even I'm kind of like... You can tell she's into you, right? No idea what you mean. Pretty sure of it, though. It's too awkward to even poke fun at. Koaru studies his instructions once more as the pale light pinkens and passes from the sky. They'll take time, too, to prepare camp. Considering he always talks about love and stuff, he must be really out of it not to notice some things. Hey, Walla, come look. In a second, I was preparing a torch. No, don't bring a torch, you'll ruin the... Just read the vibe sometimes. So Walla clambers up, to gaze on something she'll remember the rest of her life. When did it become all shiny? There was a moment ago, I was anticipating getting my feet wet. I was counting my toes, you could say, and I turned back around and it... That's like what the lady told us, isn't it? So as far as... Oh. As far as our whole stone bathing, this'll be night 1. Ooh, did you see the... Yep, they're hard to miss. More than normal. So it's night 1. We are trying this. I'm embarrassed suddenly. I get it, but it was the whole thing, right? Yeah. So here. He reaches out, lets the rock down in one palm until it floats, and pulls his arm back. The water feels weird, warmer than air. A phantom sensation lasts on the skin, even after Koaru withdraws his hand, like an invisible current churning. Didn't feel like that earlier. Yeah? Anyway, we bathe this rock. We start to try and bathe it, yeah. And that's what they'll do. Holding it under, pouring water over it with their cupped hands, watching the water stream off its gleaming smooth surfaces, the buoyant stone fights submersion. They'll wind up taking shifts. Inevitable boredom and mounting exhaustion turn what first seemed a whimsical task into a muscle-chewing challenge. And that's night one. Yeah. Another night, to another, evening to midnight, to the black early hours. The sun peaks, and like a puzzled friend each morning, pitying their cold bones in that cramped mountain crook. Sometimes, among mindless stretches of tasks, they feel peace. Sometimes the world's beauty beats on the hardened senses of even its worst-worn and weariest waves on a rocky coast. Reduces resistance, reveals dark fresh awe with studied sun-bleached impressions of things had seemed so solid and permanent. It's 12 days on, overcast at noon, that grinning woman Rail returns. Figured you wouldn't see my smoke, so I just carried these things up myself. Wee-hoo! Wee-hoo! They take the night off to talk and eat together, enjoying the bread, meat, and wine she's brought. So I did rummage a little, asked the brute who now keeps the red orchard, and I pruned from him a little sprig of lore I hadn't heard. That this pool was in fact made by a star that fell to us long, long ago, and the use of sands and water. It's certainly in the name. I don't... Wait, you mean because it's Starfell Spring? You think, could that be what it means? The following morning, she's up before both of them. Stealing off in the blush of dawn. It's a roguish exit, I'll give you that. Huh? Oh. You don't have to explain it. I get it. Well... Okay, well, listen, I should probably clear something up. No, I'll go first. I have to apologize to you. I probably made you think... And Rail, ranch owner and unfailing windy heart, gives grim accounting of her casually on-leading ways, and that a beloved husband she has at home, who is not at all deceased, as she may have implied on the first meeting of with Kararu and Walla. She stoops as she trudges down the mountain, heavy still with the weight of her confession. What? They'll return to the rhythm of their labors. Poor guy. Oh, why'd you have to be born this way, Rail, you scoundrel, you heartbreaker? Several nights pass, and they've continued taking their turns, bathing with the rock and drying by the fire. So, doesn't feel like this needed both of us, though I suppose with the pain of the labor, it has. Hey. Whoop. Oops. What? The little rock beast paddles and hauls itself ashore. Point. Well, you were right. I think your rock was special. Waggle. We should... Yes, follow it, you mean? Guess I'm pretty naked, though. Here, I'll catch up. It can't be that fast, can it? I'll bring our stuff. Already Kararu has to hurry, leaping down the night boulders, on a pathless scramble to who knows where. More! Alright, well, we're this far in. Ooh. Wallace seems to bury an old friend. Okay, we'll get to that. Let me drink something really quickly. This has been a lot of talking. When dreams were young. Can we please sleep? Ugh. Feet fumbling, light failing. By tonight, it will be 2 full days they've been walking. We've survived much longer journeys, and will go as far as our hearts allow, but we can't die for this. Who'll tell the story then? Grockle. Snap. What happened? It must have listened. Well, could probably just open back up, don't you think, on her own? Sorry, I think it might be best not to wonder. Leave it for the morning. Well, it's just, one of us could have bottled up the spring water. I obviously could have at some point, but I'm who woke the thing up. Anyway, don't blame me. I was naked. I wasn't saying... Fatigue and frayed nerves soon drive him to silence, then to sleep. Sprack. But dawn glows on the dew-shining crest of an alert stonehead. Waggle. I'll let it go. Except here. Why don't... Here, my sense of, I don't know, symmetricalness... I should stay this time. I'm trying to say, pack things up. You go on ahead. There's symmetry. Sure, alright. That's appreciated. They trek over the scrubby feet of mountains onto sheets of yellow-gray fieldland. The threadbare fields are clutched up onto the knees of thinning hills. On these wind-hollowed hills, Kararu and Waller trace the path of their unflagging, small-striding guide. How many nights is this? 6? That's too low. Since the pool? I think it's 9. Oh, 7 or 8? Could be 12. Yeah. Resisting the urge to move it, you know? Surprised that when it wakes up, could really put it somewhere weird. The long, slow chase ends the following morning. They are hidden from a cloudy sky by musky woods. The rockling stops. How long has it been? Just a few moments. What's it showing us? Don't know. I keep waiting for unreality. Fears close to being. They see a hanging image, a light from a memory. The spectre of a home that bitterly had stood. Well before the towns they know, well before the wood. It was a fearful place for the girl who lived there, a place she couldn't leave. For though she was born a blissful Imberfon girl, she became something else instead. She became a girl chased by wildfire, a girl tangled, chewed by flames. But the glowing jaws clenched round her knees. Her parents pried them free. Brought her back over the hills to the house, and here left her living in the care of Spring. Spring entrusted her to Summer. Summer hid her in fragrant shade, for fall to find. Grandmother Winter visited with vein to cool her painful feet, and none of them once allowed this girl to starve. 3 years they wound together like roots, wild-fed and weather-blessed. Nights, when the inside of the house was darkest, she was happiest. She'd wait for twilight up on the Clovertop hill, scowling down moonrise but welcoming stars. And one such night she saw a powerful thing. To the mountain she followed, where she'd seen the thing plummet, 20 days on young brittle legs. To the rim of a crater which was brimming with star-melt, and a drifting there stone opened up before her eyes. The orphan girl Ina met little Ogagen that day. Ogagen, out of darkness. Ogagen, whose mother, the night, must have adopted this girl. For thereafter they were sisters, on an every path adventure, lucky and free, looked on by a numbered family. Did a mystic flame flare in the girl's scarred heart, bringing the stone alive, or was it the stone that instilled in her its celestial power? An answer never mattered to either of them. The orphan Ina Strakvir became Ina the Starken Child, a songstruck rambler, a solver of troubles, a crafter of miracles. And to her dear ones, always, a guardian. Until the final night, when she left this world alone, she was a young woman who never went home. Ogagen. You know, these woods... I think these woods are strange. They are a little strange in their way, this Arthur's woods. Can I... yeah, sorry, wrong person. Can I say it reminds me of an occupied land? Somewhere that's been claimed. Foreign warriors walk the streets, suspicious of anyone's rebellion. The warriors, these trees. Yeah, there's this image to me of roots, the tree roots, going down deeper than the ground. They come out the other side. And trees there, too, but yeah, you kind of get a sense, too. A jilted heart, a heart turned to anger, expressed in purple-green. Tuck, 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 tuck. Tuck, tuck. Wants us to go? She wants us to go? You want to linger? Here among the remembering leaves? Me? It's good to take deep breaths of the boundless air. I mean, it's good to appreciate the open air, and The way it tastes, the free blank feeling of it. What about you now? Tougher? We know you wanted us to know, I think. Was that the whole thing? Your story about your, what you call her, your big sister? The truth thing. Somebody once said something like, truth is for mocking. Any other achievement quickly becomes too sad. I feel like that, kind of, now. Sad stuff. You're welcome to hmm? Keep the adventure alive. With us. I don't know if... Right. She's welcome to travel with us, is all I'm saying. I mean, isn't she? We can take turns leading each other. Okujin follows her Awakener. Alright. No, their astral guide makes her own paths from then on. Obviously, we'll do one of the left ones because we get a pet out of it, but I think we'll just go for Flam because he kind of wants it, but... And it might be that the celestial traveler remembers a voice in her sleep. A man's warm voice, his arms, after so long listening to the cold of the lake, the hope-threaded sounds of his caring. And even times he spoke his heart, knowing his voice struck something that was likely as ill as mindless as a pastime. It might be that Okugin remembers all that, or it might not. Perhaps Kararu will one day ask. Or I suppose it's also possible that this was always a plan. Ina, that ancient mystic, she left her friend behind, yes, to be woken and to live again, but also to find another person. To walk next to? I remember you offering us a roof sometime. I still like I think the likeliest explanation of all. She can't help herself. She just likes you. A wobble. Dawn over the house will shimmer, no different than it did the day they set out. But all three of them return changed. The journeys taken, the wonders witnessed and wrought, carve new regals in the face and heart. A mystic menagerie. Get 5 different pets across all campaigns. Nice. Alright. You have Ogian now, the pet rock. When Kararu leaves the tile, 40% chance to make the tile celestial and grant 10% accuracy to allies standing on it. So I thought it would be good on Flam. So you got a 3. So we can do the first hook for Walla now. I think though it might be better to wait until next chapter. The hooks do stay after chapters. We got plenty of time. I guess we could do it. Alright, in that case, though, I need to grab a snack. I was going to wait until we finish this chapter, but since stuff keeps coming up, I really need to grab myself a snack now. So I'm going to go to BRB really quickly. We're going to take a quick break so I can grab a snack and do some stretching. And when I get back, we will do the next couple of missions and probably finish up the chapter. So I will be right back, and I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Alright. Hello, I am back. Sorry about that. It took a little bit longer. The snack was a little longer than I thought it would be. But I'm feeling better now. So, back to the Wildermyth scene. Alright, there we go. Now let's get the stuff back up. There we go. Alright, ready. Okay. One of the stories Sunren used to tell described a place he went as a kid. Old Sunren with the endless yarns. I just wanted to double check that I did, in fact, unmute myself. I was a bit paranoid about that. Okay. Said it was his chapel, a wild place always tussled in pleasant breeze and odor. You believe in a place like that? I don't expect to find the pristine, weather-blessed garden that his stories painted. You know how old Sunman was, capable of believing anything. But we owe it to him to make the journey. I do. Why do I keep having... Okay, well, whatever. I guess it's just following me now. For the many ways he helped me. You have the... His ashes are in on. It's in my pack. Never knew how much the old guy meant to you. I liked him, though. His sweeping stories. The next morning... Good weather. To make good time. Oh, the next morning... Hold on. We have to go back. I left the urn. Now we'll push through. We may as well bring a third person who... Yeah, we'll bring Hyung because he could actually use the experience the most. Alright, that's all for that. Crowfeather Pauldron. Warding. Hyung is kinda up front a little. Maybe he could use some... I don't know if I should give it to... I'll give it to Hyung. Let's give it to Hyung. And potency. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have given it to... Meh. Neither of these guys use potency. Ah, man, that's frustrating. Well... I'll give it to Osi. She seems more likely to use potency, but that was... Honestly, that was just unfortunate. But you prepare some defenses here. Nothing else to do, so... Alright, the Chosen, we don't want that guy. Cold Call would be annoying as well. We'll leave the rest. That keeps us with 7 legacy points, which is not bad, honestly. Alright, the story continues. Nice, we made it. The quest to enter the ashes of friend and elder goes mostly unhindered until they reach the woods. Oh, Walla, look there! The river curls blue like a coil of hair down the coal-colored cheek of the mountain. Ancient pilgrims wander its winding course, the trees. Right then. I'm just remembering how old Sunman used to tell it. Those are his words. This looks like the place. They descend into woods that grow more sickly than expected. A symphony of echoing birdsong greets them, and never ceases. His words or not, sounds like they stuck with you. Sure. The thing is... I always had the tendency to take on all I could. Responsibility for people, for places. It leaves you with some pride, but also a lot of regrets. But he... Sunman was so much older, and yet the hope and human fondness in his eyes, I think it kept me from thinking. Hold up, Walla. There's Draven. They've been stalking us for some time. It's not many of them, from what I can tell. If it's Draven, they'll hit us when we're not ready. Let's get this over with. We're here to bury Sunren. Anyway, there's not enough of them. They won't risk it. Provoke a fight or ignore the Draven. Maybe ignore, but provoking could be... Just ignore. Hello? Droth? Are you there? We wish only to honor our dead. Please let us pass. We'll bury his ashes by the river and we'll go. Droth, if you don't answer me, I'll assume you're letting us pass. Well, you really think they can understand you? Or not? If I was a Droth, knowing human speak would be a useful skill. Luckily, or by some deeper influence, Waller and Kararu made it to the river without incident. Oh, nice. It also got rid of one of the things for us. Well, it's only letting me do one person, so I guess you can head back over here and, not one, but two people, so I guess you head back over. It's good for your legs. Close to the riverbank, they spill Sunren's ashes in a pit they've dug and lined with smooth stones. Refilling it with earth, they slide a stone marker into the spot they chose, and stand in greenish shadows and slanting light. Remember any of his old stories? Sunren's? Yes. So will you share one? Nope. Sunren was right, though. This place, it's a softer light to see your life by. We start to think our own troubles are so important, but there are amazing riverbanks, birdsong, beautiful places, things, people and creatures too. I'm glad we went. And I'm glad we went together. Alright. Plus 10 retirement age, very nice. And let's see. We could upgrade Quelling Moth so it's doing more damage. Give her health. Get her Ember Arrows. We could go for Ember Arrows now that we have, Ignite. Let's grab Ember Arrows. Let's try to go for the fire thing. Now that everybody's ready, and we don't really need to, build the defenses yet, we'll just hit everyone. Nope, that's not right. Just have everyone head there. Hopefully fast, because OC is in danger. Now I'm going to patrol this one because the story missions are a little tough sometimes if you don't have them, if they're infested, but, there we go. Should be good. Let me check this. Okay. Let's do this thing. Enemy on the road. A narrow pass cuts the mountains here. It's on towards the afternoon, and the breeze is sigh among the rocks, pushing gray swaths of mist around. Looks like we've got a task in front of us. It's not someone you know, is it? You know many of them? Huh? No, I mean, it's not like I spent a long time there learning people's names and stuff. It was just... Well, let's worry about the implications when we make it to the other side. Alright. 4 Woken, a Slinger, and a Chosen. And we need to kill the Chosen. Okay. Found him. Let's see, what else do we got here? Start fire here. This will help Walla do some extra damage. I'll set up an ambush here and try to take this guy out with my attack. Yeah, there we go. Got the untouchable. That's what I was hoping for. There we go. It's a good combo. Went well. We have to fight this guy now. Alright, we want to take this guy out before he can take us out. Obviously. Not exactly the terms I meant to go for. What I wanted to say, which I didn't actually say, is that we want to take him out after we hit him because he'll get stronger if we don't kill him after we have damaged him. This. Wild Grasp. Done and done. How are we doing? The Chosen. We slew one of the Chosen. From the path, a gentle thundering filters down. Grumble, grumble, grumble. They feel it in their feet. The shaking rocks, the pounding earth. That's not a good sound. Something splits the stones ahead and comes charging. Crash! Crash! The guttural call of a horn resounds. It's the Shadow Hunter. He's found me. The Shadow Hunter, leaping and charging with stunning agility, it lows and shouts, hunting for living meat. Kill all enemies. And that was the goal in the first place. The Shadow Hunter. He's gonna be a bit rough. Let me see if we can look at his stuff. So the Shadow Hunter, batter, 5 to 7 damage, 2 range, oof, and Girl Leap. By the swift action, Shadow Hunter leaps 3 tiles, dealing damage and shredding armor of adjacent enemies. He has Crush, so he can move through scenery, Unstoppable, so he can't be pinned or hobbled, and Will the Prophet, empowered by Faith, attacks knock back opponents. Rough. That's very rough. Sorry. Pardon me. Let's do this. Walla, can you... Yeah, there we go. Hit this guy. We need to take out this Woken. Just tag team this with Kwaru so he can get untouchable. Alright, now for the tricky part. Let me withdraw. I have a plan here. We can withdraw here, and then we can ignite thingies on, because he doesn't have any warding right now because he lost it. But a fair thing to remember is that warding will return on the next turn, unlike, yeah, your defense doesn't. Defense does not return if it gets shredded, but warding, your armor doesn't return, but your warding will. So, let's get a poison on you. Some more fire. Kinda doubt you'll move any, but just in case you do, get a shot prepared. I'll pull out my, staff for this one. Well, that was a lucky turn. And also an intelligent play by him. Him jumping right there was actually pretty smart. But it doesn't matter because we took him out. Alright, that might be... Oh, Wallow was so close to leveling up. Again. But hey, whatever. Okay, Sunseeker Bracelet. Stun chance up. Not bad. Guess I can give it to Walla. She does a good amount of damage. Alright, Flam, what you got? Ooh, upgrade Star Guide. Celestial tile grants 2 warding and armor when standing on them. Oh, that's cool. Broadsides has melee attacks, do more meh. I don't use his melee attacks much. Windwalk is okay, but not really what he needs. And Shield Shear is pretty good, but not what he needs either. I think we'll go for Star Guide then. There are some other things I would have loved to get on him. But Star Guide sounds pretty cool, so we'll grab that. OC Liverhest. Liverhurst. What do you got? We can upgrade Ambush so that it interrupts enemy movement, give you Jump Jaw, Foxflight, or Aid. Aid gives temporary health. Foxflight gives speed, but also dodges if you activate it. And Jump Jaw, it lays a trap down. Lays down some traps that can pin enemies and deals damage. Ambush will interrupt enemies now if we upgrade it. I kind of want to do that because I've wanted it to do that, honestly. So I'm gonna go for the upgrade on ambush, I think. But yeah, that's not bad. They emerge from the mist on the other side of the range. Well, we're through, though the road can be a dangerous place in its own fashion, especially an ill-used one. I don't believe it. We slew the Shadow Hunter, but the logical next step is to conscript the locals, widen the path, protect the way through. The windmill up there might be our best option for a safe sleep. They all pick their way up to the windmill, hopeful they'll find rest. The wind in the mountains rises and howls. Well, I don't think that went too bad. Old Jasper Mill. That's the light to be kissed by. I'll check around the back. The windmill smells like sackcloth. It's cool and dusty and decaying. Slow trolling blades groan overhead as a splintered center shaft twists uselessly in the ceiling. Seems we're alone here. It's been a strange journey. I never expected to be anything more than just another nobody from Molbenton. So I threw my life away. You helped me get it back. I'll never forget that. We can all do the best we can. The old Jasper Mill, I remember hearing of this place. Built a couple of generations back, kept running all the time. Until recently, it looks like 2 or 3 years. People do the best they can, but the seasons are relentlessly changing. It's our joy and our sorrow. We can only hope to live well, and not die alone. True enough. The road they've reclaimed will see new traffic soon. It will open the way for travelers, trade, and peace. But the shadows collect in the places shadows do, by the rocks and the ruins, deep under roots of mountains. 11 years of peace follow. That's not bad. 11 whole years is pretty good. Let's see. Undermine the plan, so we've weakened them slightly. Hooray. Actually, armor might have been better in that case. During the years of peace, while his grandmother, Elmla, passed away, she died satisfied that her granddaughter had embarked on a sunnier path. The open road brought many colorful folks through Molbenton. Old Elmla would have loved to see it. Rightly remembering the teeth of a little orphaned Hago, Kararu wasn't sure whether any animal would have him. Then, one bare, brutal winter, he made a friend. Skunk. There were nights, several of them in a given year, nights when, climbing high, little Ogagon seemed to glimpse a familiar face, past the moon and across millennia. Walla noticed that the town hall at Molbenton had fallen into disrepair during all the conflict, so she passed a summer helping to rebuild it. So, not a whole lot, but not a little either. We didn't really get a whole lot of stuff, honestly, to upgrade with, but we might be able to get some 1-star stuff for the people without, 1-star stuff. Which would be pretty good. But before we go into that, actually, I'd like to show off armors. So before, with the main game, you have Brawlguard and Linkmail. These are the only 2 you have. With the DLC, we've added in 4 new ones for the warrior. We have Scale Armor, which just gives different stats. Scoth Armor, which gives the Fashion for the Fray ability that we saw. Cowling Armor, which gives different stats as well. And then the Plate Armor, which gives different stats, but also gives Valiant Bracing. When guarding, Kararu gains 1 armor and 1 warding until the start of his next turn. The ability ones don't seem to work too well for Kararu's current setup, but still, cool to look at anyway. Let's see. There's some different ones as well for the Mystic. He has a different one on actually. Which ones did you actually have? Do you have? I think it's Robe and Drab are the 2 that you start with. We have Throff, which we have on us. We have Runic. We have Mage Plate, and we also have the Witching Sheaves, which has the ability of reducing when reduced less to half health, you become hidden, so it puts you into Grey Plane. I think the Potency one is better in general, but that's just me. Hunters also got some stuff, obviously. I believe we have Traff and Bach at the beginning, and then we now have Hasping, Swace, which has Swashbuckler on killing an enemy, plus 20 stun chance until stunned. Pretty nuts. Tabby Flack and Sean, which is when Earthly is hidden, she gains 1 potency. Yeah, some of these are pretty good, to be honest with you. Since we do already have 1-star armors, I'm gonna go for 1-star weapons. We don't have any. Let's see. So since we don't have any special ones, we'll just grab a regular staff since we don't have any elemental ones for him. I'd like a fire bow actually, but we don't have that unlocked. Water could work for now though, just to give her something a little different. I don't think she'll be using her knife too much. But how much does it take? Because if it doesn't take much, yeah, we can do that. We'll grab her 1-star knife. I don't think I'll be using it a lot, but just in case. And do we still have enough to do some armor upgrades? We have enough for that. Um. Hmm. Hasping is different. Did you have? I know that Bach is one. I guess Hasping is. I don't. Is that the other one? Was it? No, it was Traff. Traff was the other one. Traff was the original. It was Traff and Bach were the originals. I don't know why they didn't just set it up a little, like have the originals on top. But whatever. Hmm. I would want to upgrade. I'd probably keep Flam with what he has because I kind of like the stun chance on him. Um. This is okay. He doesn't really need the armor. This does give him potency, which is pretty good. So I think we probably keep him on that. That's actually pretty good, to be honest with you. Yeah, we could go for that. And what would I want to keep? What would I want to do for you? Honestly, the stun chance would be really nice on you. You would lose your dodge, though. You do have 15 extra dodge right now, and dodging is pretty good at this moment. Hmm. I think... I think I might grab 2-star armor for, yeah, for Walla. I think I might go for the, Dread Hasping, since it's just an upgrade to the, Hasping line, and it's not too bad. I mean, it is a lot of stuff, but we may as well use it since we have it. So let's grab this. And let me get a drink, and then we can, I want to get a quick save, and then we can get started on the next chapter. And there's more like this the further we go. Only the crows are pleased, singing to the smell of burnt homes, burnt flesh. Elsewhere in the woods, here it is. Pretty secluded place. Fixed this old cottage up herself. She's had the experience your child did. Went further, though. And 8 trails just the other side of that hill back there. The door swings open before Hyung can knock. Who's shouting out here? Is that... Oh, that's who I thought it was. It's almost a year since I left for Bright Cedar. Feels like longer. The woodland cottage is small, but not cramped. Singed spice and the odor of old cooking oil tangle cozily in the air. Figures I'd find you here, all comfortable. Who's this? Nawari Wall. I'm from Bright Cedar. His wife and kids are with his cousin on a nearby farm. I brought him to you because... It's those cultists again, isn't it? The ones I would have sworn to? They were meeting with my son. The kid's okay. Namali here had to move his whole family, though. A neighbor's boy put on one of their masks and went with them, and I knew it was nothing I could fight. It's quite a ways, down the southeast road, through territory that's gone wild, but I think that we should lend a hand. Yes, I believe you're right. I believe it. I feel it. My misgiving is that I've heard it called the weight of well-meaning. When the act of helping one puts you into the hopes of all who need helping. If you want to talk weights, then weigh your potential obligation against the guilt of staying safely put. I wish we could save everyone young, but I understand it's not your fight. Bright Cedar is far away, after all. We left it far behind. Nawali opens the door and... thump. I was only saying... Yeah. The door opens back up. Paula, are you aware there's a... Oh. You know there's a dad crying outside? Oh. I'll go grab my dagger and things. I never did want to die in my home. The shadows deepen. Let me check this real quick, see how everything is running. Hmm. Okay, everything's working fine. It's a little behind, but that's fine. Okay, so now we have unlocked more of the map. We gotta get down to this town. Talk to the townsfolk. Probably best to just go straight there because that's also more likely where we'll get our next party member. So let's do that. Charge. Alright, what's the damage? We're looking at 4. We can deal with 4. We've dealt with 4 in the past. 4 is not going to be that bad, at least. Alright, what's this? Heart of Stars. This spot looks good enough. Let's crash here for the night. We've got a busy day tomorrow. Hey, I'll see you all later. I have to go do something. I'll join you if you like some company. Yeah, okay. We got a destination tonight, Ossie? Someone I used to know died on this day. So each year I light a candle for him. That's a nice way to memorialize him. It was a long time ago, but... well, you never stop missing them. No, you just learn to carry it more lightly. Whoa, what have we here? Seems to be a shrine. This would be a perfect place for a candle. This looks like a sacred place. Let's find something else. Hitting a bit close there, actually. A friend of my parents died recently, and there was a funeral today. So man, that not to bring things down, but geez, that this event striking kind of close to home. Um, it's always safer to look for a different place than use random shrines. They move on until I think there's a clearing up ahead. Wow, this is beautiful. He would have loved this. This is perfect. Why, I'll be danged if that isn't the Petite Sloth, his favorite constellation. And Moscow rocks, that'll do. I really miss him. How about you tell me about him? You mean that? Yeah, then his memory could be a part of me, too. Both he talked late into the night, sometimes through tears, sometimes along with laughter. As the candle burned down, the stars traced their ancient paths across the sky, and a new tradition between the two of them was born. That's cute. Very nice, very nice. Ooh, okay. Four horn children, not fun. I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, Awoken Slinger and Awoken. Okay. But what I was doing was this guy, the Shadow Spirit. This guy is actually also DLC. I'm pretty sure I didn't have him when we last played. The Shadow Spirit is a new elemental type. Could be good for Young, actually. Oh, Walla? Both would actually be pretty good with that. I would still prefer Firebow on her though, so I think I'll give it to Hyung. But basically, it's a new elemental type, so I'll get into what it does when we actually get to it. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. If I can reach it, it will be it will be nice to have if I can reach it. Let's grab this and go for just a wild grasp on this guy. Oh, come on, man. Dodge happy. Um, okay, best plan I think is to probably go into the gray plane. For you anyway. For you, I want to set up this. If they try to go, yeah, there we go. And then we'll just, oh, I should have switched my weapons. Well, that's fine. We'll live. There we go. Took that guy out pretty easily. Alright. My young can go over here. That would be nice. And then I want this because I want to use Discus to, oh, dude, you need to hit. We need to give him accuracy. Oh my goodness, we need to give that guy, that man needs his accuracy. Could poison all of them, but I don't know how. Actually, that could be pretty good, actually. Let me do that. Except one of them. Wonderful. I'll duck back. Right. Let's take out this one child, please. Thank you. And prepare an ambush over here in case that guy goes after Hyung. Oh, nice. You made me add a celestial buff here. I get extra armor now. Thanks, bud. I don't think that was your intention, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Right, how do we want to go about this? Definitely gonna keep moving you up. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to just run you all the way up for this turn if we want to get to you that guy next turn. Um, get you poisoned, and then go for a shot on you. If we hit, he'll die next time. Yep, there we go. Right now, what to do here? Actually, no, not that. We want to use our prepared shot first, actually. Nice, very nice. Okay. And now we want to move. This guy's pinned, so he can't move. This guy's gonna die, so it doesn't matter. So I can just go for the attack on you then. And that means that Flam, or Kawaru, can get the KO. That guy will die to poison. And now we just have to get that spirit. which Hayoung should be able to do this time. You really, you really are one of the shadow spirits, aren't you? Thank you for being a steward of this land. The shadow ability is pretty cool, actually. So, the shadow effect, start effect, grants shadow status. Next incoming attack will miss, +2 speed, and can move through scenery. Shadowed status removed on attack. Super cool. One of my favorite of the elements. Okay. Ooh, we got that level up in Wallen. Nice. So, she could get piercing shots. Quelling Moss, Flash Cone, and Tinka. She already has something that she tosses at enemies, so I don't know if Flash Cone's the best move. Tinka grants armor and warding. Flash Cone will blind the enemy, making them unable to hit you. It can also make an ally hidden. Piercing shots will go through armor. In Quelling Moss, obviously the upgrade is the same as it was. Piercing shots might be good for her. Quelling Moss could be good too, just to have her do more poison. But the enemies have so much armor that I think piercing shots might be worth it. Piercing shots combined with Ember Arrows is not... It's not necessarily one of my favorite setups, but it's not bad. So this one is for the become hidden thing. Is this, like... What stats do you get? He loses a potency... Everything else goes up, though. He'll get faster. His spell damage isn't quite raised, but he gets dodge chance up. I do think Feral Memory is better on him, like, ability-wise, but stat-wise, this is arguably the better one for him. Actually no, because he uses, Ignite, the potency's better because he does more damage with that, so we'll leave it at that. Okay. For the scavenging. Battle done and a rainstorm threatening, they ford a stream towards the shelter of some cliffs. Reason to be proud. A grim reason, maybe, but we do a good job taking care of ourselves. And each other. Yeah. In fact, they find a shallow cave where they can watch land be drenched in the nighttime drop. I'm sick of anything stewed. Why does it stink? Think I messed up? What did I do wrong? Doubt it lets up tomorrow, this weather. We left so many dead. They get waterlogged and won't be burnable. Maybe the mud covers them? Can't we forget it till morning? My feeling is... let's leave it to the wild. A feast for the critters, the scavengers, all those cute, hungry monsters. You know what, Walla? We don't need to drill on this, do we? It's not a bad night, really. Dry, with danger past, soon to have their bellies full. But pounded under the rain stoops a hungry thing, one they do not know or expect. Please, my queen. Drenched, heavy with water, each step a fraught and careful task. Take shelter. What was this body ever for, but to set your table? The elements are harsh, Bracken. Not harmful. I do not mind a storm. I remember you like the breezeless arches of your halls, your home. Only shall I soar under sun, I used to say, but that was what made me weak. Was what destroyed me in the end. This camplight in the cliffside. Do you see it, my queen? Am I blind, do you mean? And douse your light. I'll eat in the dark. But, Queen Volta, surely they would be a fresher meal than these fungus chewers. And someday I'll have strength again for such indulgences. Presently I am hungry. So hungry, Bracken. Hungry enough to eat this whole world. Strange. Like birds in a dark sky, one story may collide near another without colliding. What might have happened had they met Volta of Grey Mountain that night? What grim fates or glories might have foundered unfulfilled? Unlocked Legacy Campaign, The Sun Swallower's Wake. I thought that's what that was going to give us. We now have the final campaign of the main game unlocked with that. And now they can call for core members. Great. But that's good, actually. I was hoping we would be able to unlock that. It would have been really awkward if we didn't unlock it in any of these main story missions, and then I had to do side missions before we could finish all the story missions. So yeah, we have now unlocked the final story. It is one of the trickier ones. It's another short story, actually. It's only 3 chapters, just like Age of Strix. But it's fun, but it is a bit rough. I played it, I think, once, but it was a good time. Okay, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna grab this one, go here, and then we'll start exploring again once we've gotten that accomplished. Because I think that's where that town's where we're gonna get our next character. Maybe I need to look around a little more before I do that, but health up. That's not terrible. Who could use the health up? Probably... Now, you already have 9, actually. We'll give it to Young, then, because he's got the lowest health. Let me look around here. I'm not seeing any place for us to grab any... So, yeah, we're gonna need to probably get down here, then. Is this a fight spot on... Okay, Featherless Flight. Oh, this one's interesting. I don't get to see this one very often, actually, if this is the one I think it is. Holding on? Ugh, yeah. Above the grassy stretches of rich fields rise a barren bluffs crowned with wind-shorn rocks. Arid and unlivable, they nonetheless make attractive vantage points from which to view the land. Ugh. Whoosh. I see what the trail warden meant. How swiftly the wind changes. Arbitrary, he called it. It's a good word. Yeah, but it's not going to be like twisters, right? It won't get too much worse. Hmm? Oh. Over here, Earthy. You'll want to see this for yourself. It's a creature's crumpled remains, resting in the shade between boulders. The bones are maggot clean. Is that? A Drav. He's a smaller one, a fledgling, maybe just received his wings, and then got caught in a sudden squall. Dragged his battered body this far, out of the sun. Don't want to imagine the rest, really. Though, the wings look alright. But then, should we be worried? Weren't supposed to be Draven in these parts, I thought. Actually, I think this confirms that there aren't. Think, if there were others here, this one would have been found. And so, they wouldn't have left it behind, you're saying. We all have ways to honor our fallen. If they couldn't bear the body away, they would have performed the funeral rites here. Wouldn't leave them like this, one of their ring nights. It's in a moment of quiet that the dirt at their feet begins to swirl. The breeze picks up. It's a short, powerful gust, whipping and wailing among the peak stones. Rattle, rattle. And then abruptly it dies down. They rub away the dust that covers their eyes and look around. Feels like the wind, once it's gone. Yeah. Would it be wild to try and wear him? We'll build a small fire, out of the wind. Let's burn him and his wings. This one's... I haven't seen this one much. I think I've seen it, like, this might be the 3rd time I've seen this event, so... Man, I'm gonna say we probably should just get the wings just for kicks, honestly. But I do feel like the burning might not be would be the polite thing to do, admittedly. But I wanna grab the Draven wings. Oop. There we go. Does that sound weird? I mean, if someone else wants to do the detaching part. Carefully, they loosen the straps that tie the wings to the wearer. Lift this now, or... It's not an uncommon dream, flying. You wonder how long they worked at it. What sort of minds they had. What sort of... I don't know. You do wonder. Yeah, you do? But do I? With a few jostle bones later, they're able to pull the flight harness free. Then one of us is really going to wear these wings? Thought we'd already decided. But no? Who gets some wings? Who wants to fly? That's actually not a bad question. Let's see. It probably gives some speed, right? So that wouldn't be too bad. Probably better on someone who needs to get closer. Probably best on Flam in that case, honestly, but I don't know if I want to give him another thing. We've been giving him a lot. But sure, I do think he's the best pick. They returned the way they came, reaching the Trail Warden's camp by nightfall. You came back with wings. Guests were high. Otherwise, the land was quiet. Alright, this just cost us a legacy point. May as well build here. What do we need? Everything except ingots and maybe spellthreads. Alright, we're making less fabric than anything else, but everything could be used to have some help. I say a hide in fabric. Alright, let me see here. Alright, looking good, looking good. Just like to make sure it's still running properly. I'm paranoid. Alright, let's stop by town before we head out. Yes, I was right, this is a recruit. It has to be a new one. We could grab the romantic hothead. Let's see what her story is. Stracia. At least I can pronounce the name. Let's see. 45 days. Pretty good charisma, no tenacity, though. Aspects. So, not aspects. History. Stracia was found as an infant, squalling in a basket in the river shallows. The geezers who found her raised her as their own. Failing at almost everything, she pulled weeds and picked fights. However, a hopeful heart abided beneath the layers of misfortune. Waking one day from a dream of a great masquerade in a redwood ballroom, figures pointing to firefly chandeliers, she got an intense desire to wander. Lucky, potential, and wanderlust. Yeah, that's fair. Welcome to the team. That's the last family. Everyone says the same thing, seems like. You think they want help. Household to household, accounts abound of folks young and old abandoning their families to follow some splendid, eloquent priest. The questions of any depth prove fruitless. It's either that they don't know where people are going, or they're too frightened to say. You're the ones asking about the cultists, aren't you? Have we spoken to her yet? I'm Stracia. I'm from here. You want to know why folks won't give you all the facts? I suppose you'll tell us? Depends. You're not cowards, are you? You plan on doing something about the trouble? That's why we're here. Alright, well. The thing with this town, there was always a lot of pride. Our kind of folk was strong, wise, caked in good oaths, ritual, and laughter. That's the bright theater I grew up in. I was a kid and knew it would last forever. Bonfires in autumn, spring dances, feasts at wintertide and midsummer. And anyway, times got tougher. About 6 or 7 years ago, animals started disappearing. Homesteads on the outskirts burned, people got sick for no reason, food died in the fields. Distrust, deceit. For 6 years? That's what I remember. So when this preaching woman comes through, she seems to have all the answers, knows every ailment and how to treat it. She's a savior. And folks, especially young folks, they want to follow her. And we're all too proud to say anything, or do anything. We see what's happened, but we don't admit to ourselves that we've been taken for fools. So how do we find them, set things right? I've got a good idea where they went. Take me with you, and I'll show you the way. I'll be good in a fight, I know I will. Teach me, and I'll outpace you. What do you think? Everyone deserves a chance. I don't actually remember. I read it, and it's just vaguely in my head. I don't remember what her story was. I don't think she's gonna show up here because we haven't grabbed her yet, so I'm just gonna say, because I can't remember her character arc, but she seems feisty, I think we're gonna go for warrior because I could use another warrior. We already have untouchable. Vigilance could be good, though. We could go for a vigilance build with you. Yeah, we'll go for a vigilance build. For the record, vigilance, for those of you who don't know, gives extra reaction, so whenever you're guardianing, she'll react a second time. She can hit a second enemy. Alright. So I need to go over there, which means we need to go the opposite direction first. Got it. Um, let's head on out then. Mosagi. There's gonna be 6 double infected areas. Okay. Bright Seer's infected too. That's gonna be rough. I think I might want to do it because we are close to. We are very close to this. To the next incursion and the next calamity. I don't know if we have time to patrol it. 20 days is. I don't think it's worth it. I think we're gonna risk the attack. I think we can do this. Wintertide. Winter comes back and I'm heading down the mountain. You stay if you want. Jillian Watstone. Led my group up here. Heard there's trouble. Who's... Hey, that's my corny old friend Walla? Still looking for fresh foxclothes, I'm sorry to say. Had some, but they got used. Look at you, all adventure worn. This is rising me. This is what that looks like. Hey, we're here for the bone things. Masagi. I heard they were under Soma's treasury in the valley? We've heard the same thing. People in the lowlands are getting driven out. Yeah, well, you remember my husband. Husband now, is it? The home smells like 6 kinds of sage. Julianne asked for my hand, if you believe that. Why wouldn't you believe it? Well, spruce the place up a bit since you were last this way. Knife's good at digging and sawing and building and all. You're the apothecary Walla talks about? It runs in my family, you could say. Medicines for illness, treatments for pain, shrining unctions and oils for others, for other needs and uses, plus, general stuff, herbs and noble things. She has healing skills, not just mixtures. You'll boast about it, see? And all I'm saying is it's not just wolves out there. Wolves? Maybe I could tame them? No, it's... Knife's been nervous since he found a shepherd and flock, all savage together, a little ways off from us. Parted from life and livelihood at once. There's a disturbing neatness to it. Stuff like that's been happening. And the low villages need healing hands supplies, but those bone specters haunt the slopes. It's getting worse, and we're not able to fight them. So I'm saying, if they can, folks will climb up to us. We need to be stocked and ready. How many you think you can realistically fit in here? It's more than that. What good healer asks the wounded to drag their gnawed-on bones to a door? I've got to go down there and help them. Voila. I'm, seeing a couple ways we could go. I'm going to do a little extra recon, I guess. Kawaru, you know these people too? I'll just be a little bit. I'm not sure what magical power you think you wield that'll keep you safe. You're softer than me, dear. I wouldn't like my chances. I need you too. How long will we listen to this? Yeah, I hate to say it, but you can stop blowing pepper at each other. Well, it's none of your business either way. It's just, we can scatter those winch bones, and we will. We'll make the lowlands safe. Thought you said you was a hunter. Walla's a hunter, yeah, of dangerous quarry. I mean, we'll support you, but we're not even militia trained. Aside from water and bandaging, Knife, stop. They're willing to do what's needed, no matter what it might cost them. We should follow their example. Your husband's right, though. We don't go out there on a roll of the dice. We're pretty confident we'll win. A risk should be worthwhile. Dumb to pick up a sword if you can't even swing it. A good deed makes you smile. That's worth some of our while, at least. I feel like in some ways, both are not terrible answers. I had to get a drink there. I was feeling this round I'm supposed to go right, so we'll go for the right option. My mother always told me that to treat any illness, one must be willing to suffer the same illness. This is like that. And what if it's me who suffers it? Julian, you're brave, and I love that you're brave, but sometimes I think it's just because you don't understand what you could lose, or who you could lose. And in my worst moments, I think you do understand. The apothecary's husband stalks out the back door. Knife, well, sorry, he's... My own feeling is something in you saying that it's not enough. All you have here, you're still after something else. Take time, figure it out. But be mindful of your husband's heart. Walla, Kawaru, go do what you came here to do, and good luck. Your work will be celebrated, and Anyway, we'll be down to help with the recovery. We'll be right behind you. The apothecary hastily fills their needs and wants, then Walla and Kawaru leave to rejoin Arcee and carry out their task. Interesting set of words he came up with. Just speaking from the heart, I guess. Yeah, well, it was well said, I think. They were great friends before Julian and Knife, so I hope they're alright when the battle's done. 18 charisma. Man, this guy's charismatic. Let's see, that's 2 more legacy points too, man. We have really charismatic right now. Alright. What do you got for me? +2 temp health, not bad. And, oh, okay. 2 Spectics, 2 Watchmen, a Somlio, and a Weldling. Not great, but we can deal with it. I'm sure there's something we can do. Alright, what do we got with your wings, buddy? You don't apparently have any abilities, but what do they do for you? Gives you speed. That's pretty much what I figured, and to be honest with you, I'm cool with that because I want him to be able to move, so... Move faster, I mean. And obviously he can already move, but anyway. I want to try to get Paladin on her next. I think that'll be the next goal. You have Ember and Piercing Strike, so you're actually pretty well off not being... Yeah, that was a bad idea. I should have just moved her. I don't know why I undid that. I used up one of my undos. Oh well. Silk Step you. We'll open the door next turn. Alright, anybody here? The answer to that question is yes. Yes, there are people here. Okay. So can I burn anything in here? Nope. Splinter Blast it is. Be a good idea to give it to these guys as armor if I can. We'll go for the big guy then, if I can't do both of them. If I have to choose, we go for the big one. Okay. Take that guy out for the untouchable, please. Okay, what else do we have? Grab ourselves some Ember Arrows over here. Yeah, she's doing a whole lot of damage now that she has piercing shots as well. Stracia go up here. It's a bit dangerous to open this door without the others around, but we'll see what happens next turn. Now open that door, Stracia. Alright, they're over there. That's a bit rough. Probably best to try to draw them over to us, actually. Let's stand here. Pull you up here. Go for a hit just to see if we can get it. I should have put her behind. I should have kept her there. That was on me. Alright, let's see. Arcee, we want to put you here so you can blast them as they step through. Grab the barrage. Oh, Somlio's in there too. Wonderful. I can actually hit it from here. Nice. Since I don't want you to be getting hit, we'll probably just keep you back here for now. The welding was over there too? Oh, gosh, that's not great. Well, that happened. Well, hmm. Can't kill him alone. That's not wonderful. It's funny he can't do it, but she can. Like, if I change up my weapon, I can. Because it feels like he should be able to. That's a bad move because you don't have any warding. Let me grab this fire so I can get it out of the way for everybody else. Dude, come on, man. Okay, step up here. 34 is never gonna hit. But, that's fine. Worth a try anyway. And what I want to do is set this up so if he tries to move, he gets shot. Ooh, nice. Very nice. I could level up off of this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think it should give us... Okay, so long reach is interesting. You get extra range. Vigor flow, you get your melee and range attacks do more damage when you're infused with more things. And Windwalk is a ability to move fast. But what we want is Ignite, because the upgrade for Ignite means you can place it on any tile. They don't have to just be ones with debris. And that makes Ignite really nice to use. And a lot easier to use, for that matter. Alright, we got speed here. Flam is... Crow is probably pretty decent off on speed. We'll give it to Stracia, because she's our new warrior who needs speed, probably. Alright. Great, more armor for the Spectics. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna send some people back. Say about 3 of them. Just to get some defense started on the town, because that's probably the town they'll go for. Passing Pilgrim saves Hyung's life. Oh boy, okay. Interesting. I don't have time to go into that right now, but we will get to that one eventually. Alright, let's see. We dealt with the Chosen pretty easily. We have enough to get rid of both of them. Do I want to do that? I should get rid of both of them for now, just to make my life a little easier. But yeah, we're gonna be careful about that. Okay. And I also want to go over here and prepare some defenses here. Need to get these defenses prepared since we got some stuff coming. Here it is, incursion. And it's going right where I thought it would. Okay, we need... Let's see, that's gonna be... Yeah, 2 should be enough for here, and then you have the 2 there. That should be good. If I can get the 2 done, we'll be good. And I don't think we'll struggle with getting the 2 built done before the enemies come. Ooh, a hammer, okay. That could be good for her. Secret setup does make spear a little bit better, but having someone with a hammer too could be nice. Stunt chance up. Young has a elemental weapon now. That. Okay. I was actually just thinking we haven't seen a weapon come from that in a while, from that place in a bit, so nice. Finish up here. That should be good. Come on, man. The setup should work. Let's put it like that. I could also defend against it, but I really prefer to try to get the LP from it instead. The experience is not quite as necessary. We could probably deal with 5 Draven. Ooh, Lockwoods. Okay, this is a pretty common one. Some kind of basement over here. Moonless nights? Moonless nights or monster nights, young? They've been late all day, late rising, late on the trail, late to recognize sunset, and late spotting this ruin. It's the remains of a smaller structure, and it rests on a cleared rocky slope where trees find little porches. Walla, stay outside. Bump me in the dark and I'll kick you. Your threats fall on deaf ears. Pretty cramped for fire. Sorry, I keep forgetting to do the deep voice one. Pretty cramped for fire, guys. Someone walked at this table. Knife lines. Stains of sediment. Ash on the floor? It's chalk. What are these hash marks? And what's in the box? Remember there's that verse in the Opal Night? When Spear comes to the Umber Lady's Hall? Past the open portal, shadows packed like ravens plumed, dimming all discovery, sharply dark and darkness doomed, Spear's sparklight shimmered spent, snuffed dispelled, left all engloomed. This place isn't like that, I guess, but nowhere's poem perfect. All my youth's been wondering what Spiriona looked like, and if she... The box is puzzle-locked. Hmm? One of those magic puzzle locks? Oh, is it words or numbers? Words. Thank goodness. Remind me how these function? We guess until we're frustrated, then we bash it to pieces. Lock words, they call them. The words are phrases that spring the box open. Also, your rings keep getting in my face. The magic lock presents a prompt with a clear slate to write an answer. The wise wanderer finds home where? From the looks of this place, owner didn't do much wandering. Shh. Well, here's turning out better than I thought. Could cook dinner and make a night of it. Chalk some guesses. You can just stay out of the way. Fine with me. They haul their gear down the slippery stairs. Kararu senses the smoky air sickening, so unclogs the old chimney pipe. By the end, he can see stars through it. Rala finds a book of nonsense to help her pass the time and dodge camp work. Hyung toils over an airtight and all-right stew, not sparing the seasoning much thought. They shout and scribble guesses in the meantime. Who comes up with the correct Lockwards? The wise wanderer finds home where wandering desires an end. Where another wanderer would stay. Where others wish to go. Actually, all not terrible. Kind of a few bland ones, honestly. You can get some funny answers here, depending on what characters you got. Which one does which is based on, like, which of the 1, 2, or 3 you pick. I don't remember exactly what they all do. Which one do I want to pick? You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to do another BRB, and then I will pick the answer when I get back. I will have decided. How about that? So I'm going to go to the BRB screen really quickly, and I will be right back. It should just take a few seconds. I just want to give myself some time to think this over and get some stand up a little bit, do a little bit of stretching. So I will be right back, guys, and then when I return, we will continue the lock wards. Alright, I have returned. Sorry about that, just need to get up and do some stretching. Alright, let me get back to the Wildermyth scene really quickly. Okay, we have returned. Now I just gotta decide which one I actually want to do. Still a bit of a tough thing to decide on, admittedly. Alright, let me see, just click that right there. There we go, okay. Um, we'll do Walla. We'll let her have this one. Click. That was really it. Absurd. Hey, you all are... here you all are! Searched up and down. Our scouting trip got cut short, driving a closing in. Come on! At least you found us. Oops. Oh, Crow, what's in my box? Looks like some odds and ends. Might be something worthwhile. Of course it is. It's my box. Hmm. Nice. Block. For a setup I want to do with Kararu, giving him block will be good. So we'll do that. Alright, 2 stumps, 2 dots, and a storm sword. We can deal with that. Go here. Stracia, you stand next to him. We'll just have both you Guardian this turn, so that we can move next turn. Young, you can stand behind. Wallow, you'll stand here. I'll get you to start an ambush. Open that door! Hello, friends. I have... I have something for you. It's called being shot in the face. Kararu will switch up to your crossbow so you can get untouchable. And then it is... let's see here. Go for this. See if you can't get the... yeah, there we go. Got that. Oh, and to show off now, because we have Ignite Plus, look at the... you can just set anything on fire. Now remember that it won't stay around because he doesn't have the ability to do it, so he won't stay around unless it's on this, like a tile with debris still. But you can at least bring it to life anywhere, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna run up here and Guardian. I'll send him up with her, and we can send Ursi as well. In case the enemies decide to try to come through that door, we can set up a shot. Alright, Stracia, open that door. Just because you can't see anybody does not mean nobody's in here. However, there doesn't appear to actually be anybody in here, so there's that. Crow, we'll have you go over here, and you can take Wallow with you. We'll wait a turn to open everything. Elsie will go with you as well. Alright. Seriously, is there nothing... Yeah, no one's in here. Okay. Hold up, there's still a lot of foes left. We've only taken out 2. That means they're all behind this door. Um... Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't trust that. Stracia doesn't have enough. I don't feel like she has enough defense to handle that alone. We'll send Kararu to be up front. Okay. Anybody back here? What do you know? That's where they were hiding. Shocking, I'm sure. Alright. Let's see. What's the best plan? Starting with moving Flam or Kararu up here. Work on the storm throw, take out the dart. You have untouchable going right now? Yes. Move Stracia in there as well so that she can pull out her Guardian. And then we'll see. I'm gonna put you here. It's not safe, mind you, but there's a plan to it. Pull out the Ignite. Burn the dot. Oh, come on, that would have killed. Oh well. I can take out Storm Throat. Ooh, nice. Got the stunt. Leaves the dot. Flam. Go, Kararu, go! I keep going back and forth because I called him Flam in my first playthrough, but I kind of feel like I got how to say his name now, so... Nah, I like her having the Great Spear. I like her having the range, and I don't think anyone else really needs this. We can go for the hide, though. Night's fallen before the last draw of lies still. It's a short but weary trek to camp for the battalion of the ancients below. Only a little further now, everybody. You say that every single time. While the others divvy up last night's leftovers, Young heads straight to bed. Peace at last. A few hours' respite from Walla's inanity. His body droops, the day's toil felt in every ligament. Until at last... Troubles melt like honeyflakes. Welcome! The aroma itself nourishes me. Your aroma nourishes me. Oh, my soap, right? Walla hates it, but I make it myself. Speaking of Walla, looks like she is still guarding the tent. Of course, even with the Draven dead, she can't give it a rest. Is she in trouble? Got something against Hyung? Look, he may be a pain in the eye, but he's my pain in the eye. Blur all you want, I'm not letting you through. Ah. Hey, wait, why is she moving so slow? Ugh, why can't I move my limbs? Walla? Walla! Gah, what are you shouting for? Oh, a dream is what I guess it was. The kind that feels realer than waking? Right, well, make yourself useful. I want griddle cakes. Walla, would you really throw your life in front of mine? Speed up. Nice. Speed's always nice. Oh boy, haunts. I love them. Alright, I think it's time to do this. Trekking the narrow spring roads of nowhere, a sudden illness clogs Hyung's chest, shoots barbs through his veins, rouses him in the night to kneel, heaving in the dark outside the tent. So far, he's pushed through, hoping it would ebb. Instead, it's worsening. You know, I'll say it. You've got an impressive amount of determination inside you. But now I think it's time we camp. Long camp if we have to. As Waller goes to gather firewood for the night and morning, Hyung eases down, cradling himself, sipping from his canteen. And, odd enough, that's when a face called Pilgrim comes down the road. "You're bad off, aren't you, boss son? You look it. Do you mind if I stoop down and listen to your signs?" "I'm Owler Hoppin. No one worth fearing. Pilgrim of an order that's never been popular. A god who never asked to be. Whoever you are, I... The pilgrim bends down and places fingers on Hyung's pulse, holds a coin before his mouth, then an ear to his upper chest. Right, that's helpful. I've seen symptoms like these, certainly. Your eyes are still clear, that's good. How long have you... 3 days. Just 3. Who are you? You his friend? More than that, maybe. Well, the man's suffering from igotra, rare disease. Folks get it in spring, a wayward spore. I can treat it, but to cure it is impossible. Well, nearly, I suppose I should say. You have our gratitude. Owlers administered a small elixir made from water and wild barrowbell, as well as some burnt, crushed mushrooms. She told Hyung to sleep, and he's been in a tent ever since. He'll need more of the elixir. The rest of his life he'll need it. Egotra leaves husks where happiness was. It's a brutal way to go. You mentioned a cure. And I shouldn't have. It's one of those convenient stories about a miraculous heal-all once, long ago, I tried to find it. The journey cost my brother his life. By the time I'd returned empty-handed, the man it would have healed had already passed. Desperate hearts are reckless. Treat the disease patiently, and he'll live longer. You know that Roy wakes an ailing body, don't you? Oh, you're already looking better. Some constitution you must have. Feel a lot stronger, and I thank you, but... So, tell us both, about this cure. Hyung. Oh, Dale, my goddess. My god. She mumbles into the fire a moment. Is this the purpose my wandering feet follow? If it is, and it must be, I'll trust my feet. I will. Then meets their eyes again. Our path brought us here. Who am I to deny my place? They huddle close to the flames as the pilgrim, Owler Hoppin, reluctantly describes the distant place, a harrowing guardian, a legendary restorative. And in summary, since you seem set on seeking it out, please let me accompany you. It's clear to me that I was put in your path for this holy duty. You'll need the elixir regardless, and I can teach you to make it. So they sleep there that night and set out the next day. Oh, a Sphinx journey is the last thing on my mind. Everyone's talking about a bridge. Before all this. Yeah, we'll head out. Do we send a third person? I guess we could. We could send Stracia. She could use the experience. And then you two find an item. I have never met a holy pilgrim. Over the course of the journey, the disease hasn't left Hyung's body, but his health has returned little by little. The elixir owl is brewed. You're a pilgrim of the Wandering Church, aren't you? Or is that all a euphemism I never understood? Your cheeks look less sunken. Glad to see you eating more. They're nearing their destination, an ancient shrine to the sea, where the fabled restorative is said to be housed. I hit the button before I was finished reading. I remember this forest. It's been all my life, and I haven't returned, so it's almost like he's alive again, my brother. Night knocks him off their knees. A short, salty dinner, a stiff drink, and a draught of medicine. Sleep. They wake up to mill in the cold dawn, achy and oddly anxious. You asked me yesterday, Hyung, about being a pilgrim. Yeah, but if you... My brother and I told you we went to after the cure together. Well, the man we were set on retrieving it for, he was our father. And failing, I lost them both. I was overcome with, so many feelings. Guilt, mostly. That led to my brother, Dranius, and led Dranius to his death, and for nothing. In the end, it was for nothing. A great cosmic joke. They pack up their camp in quiet and set out again. My brother, so imaginative, sure of life's beauty, favorite stories. Anyway, Anyway, I dropped my heart in a well of hatred. I'll spare you those evil blank stories. But I met my pilgrim one day. Wrathland, he was called. One of Dale's wanderers. Dale, our goddess. Our god. Dale. Come, walk with me. That's all he said. That's all anyone needed to say. I was young still. I'd been torturing myself and the world. The unusually sinuous track that winds between the trees leads beneath a rocky overhang into the belly of a cliffside and down. Old Rathard taught me about Dale, his god, not to force me to change, but to affix before me a kind of star. Dale is a woman and a man, a thing and idea. All is in Dale, and Dale is in all. Thus, wandering amongst all is joy. Keeping a journal of your journeys is worship. All paths lead us where we must be. The whim and the will are no different. All I do is love. Love where my feet carry me. I didn't believe it quickly, but gradually the steps we took, seasons, then years. By the time we came back to my hometown, I wasn't angry anymore, even at myself. Sorrowful, full bitter in moments, but aware, as I'd never been, of all the love I'd been given, all the love I still had a chance to give back. And I... Stay back, Aula. Oh, but that's Dranius, my brother, standing exactly as he stood when it struck him. What's... Come take a look at this. Be strong right now. Stay by us. This may be our vaunted guardian. What's left of it, anyway. I remember the thing snaking, moving, alive, the terror of its forged fire eyes. I definitely prefer this. How about you? But how'd it die? This altar's untouched. So that's the cure, Aula. What'd you call the sickness I've contracted? It's called Ikacha. The word is snark. It's... And this remedy? I don't know. The story's old. Restorative of some kind that can be used to heal any malady. It's hard to compare a legend to a hunk of glowing salt. A book I read described it as a gift from the sea, answered with treachery. A single crystallized miracle. Close to the crystal, unless they're imagining it, they hear the noise of playful waves and rippeting wind. This is why we crossed paths. I'm happy it'll go to you. You used to heal Hyung. Heal any malady? Really? Used to try and restore Aula's brother. We've actually seen this one before, believe it or not, and I believe I took the healing on the main character, but the truth of the matter is I don't actually really know if we should grab the new character or not. I feel like we should also actually heal Hyung, because I kind of like his setup, and also he's our only mystic. So I think we're going to go for it again. Maybe at some point, though, I would like to show off the other side. I like to try to show off as many of them as I can. As many of the options as I can, but... we'll go for healing Hyung. Hyung lifts the crystal off its altar. It threads his knuckles with spirals of light. Just be wary, alright? The light feels damp. Try thinking it, the illness, then the cure. Is that really all you can suggest? What does thinking it even mean? Hyung holds the crystal close. He visualizes his own insides, or tries to, pretends to see the illness, green and hairy among the red arches of his chest. For some reason, then, he imagines a scurrying wave. It becomes true in him, like a memory, salt and water, chill and churning as the earth deep down moves, lurching wildly and massively and silent. The crystal in his hands fountains light. Coarse seawater seems to rush in his system. The brilliance overflows around them until... And in another instant it drains away. The crystal is dissolved to nothing. A briny mist clings in the air. Hyung, are you? Not sure. At least I'm alive. Just then, a hungry growl emerges from the shadows beyond the Gorgon remains. It's echoed by a second unseen mouse. You hear that? Is it more of them? Get behind us. I think we found what killed our guardian. Gobbler. The unbelievable stink of rot oozes from its mouth. It moves with hideous agility, unnerving precision. Hyung is damaged because of the circumstances. Makes sense. Not fun, but makes sense. Okay, what we want to do is we want to do this. Just start with an ignite on you. Then Walla can run over here and use Ember Arrows to take you out. Easily done. And Strayshaw was there for the experience. Not much else, honestly. Um, hmm. That's not. Everything is lagging. Give me a second. See if this will. Okay. Dodge 5. We give that to Strayshaw. She has no dodge. Not no dodge, but below 50 dodge. Yeah, let me check how everything's looking on over here on Twitch. Alright, let me see. Come on. Seems to be working fine on the yeah, okay, yeah, no, I think it's doing fine, okay. Those would kill our guardian, you think? Kind of surprising. I like what they did with the place. Pretty atmospheric, a blue-lit corpse. You ready to get out of here, Owler? I'm already moving. They filed from the cave, each shuffling through their own thoughts. Dranius, I'm sorry. We got what we came for, just too late to save Father. Our family met hard fates. We'll come back and move him if you like. Carry him to a better place of rest. Would you? I'd appreciate that. Somewhere in the sun, at least. Somewhere he can feel sun, rain, and breeze. They marked their way out, making sure those who returned could find Owler's brother. The forest smells sweeter than before. Camp that night is on the edge of the woods. You look good, young. If you feel like it, we'll forego the elixir. We can try that. Thank you. Owler sleeps early. Hyung and Wallace stay up to watch the fire fade into its embers. Can I tell you something? When I held the crystal, a moment of transcendence overtook me. Something happened long ago. There were queens and cities, and an empire beneath the sea. Gorgons were betrayed. By, I don't know, it's weird. The miracle magic came from the ocean. You're all better, yeah? The Igatura thing, it's gone? Yeah, feels like it. Well, don't be getting sick again. I'll try to accommodate you. The disease's vestiges are wiped and gone from Hyung's body. In fact, the cure has left him stronger. From time to time, he'll dream of a world beneath the sea. He'll wake in a well of blue bottomless sorrow until he recognizes the sky. Oh, and we could grab Archer's Sharpshooter is pointless because that just helps with your rain, your your damage. I guess it does help you with your damage in general, but it's mostly for bows and stuff. Let's see. Naturalist, Arches. And he has Ignite. None of this is really what I'd want for. I guess we could risk a reroll. We'll do a one reroll, see what we can get. Elementalist, fire does not burn out while infused. Yes, please. That's what we're looking for. Okay, head you guys back over here now. OSC was running out of good books to read. Oh my goodness, we got another one? Seriously, guys? Let me solve this really quickly and then we can work on that. Bonus damage, okay. Gives you 1. Bonus damage is best usually for the people who... I don't think this has anything, but yeah, it doesn't. Alright, I'll just give this to Strayshaw for now, then. There we go. Let me see. I really was thinking I would try to finish up this chapter as well, but honestly, I think I'm getting a little out of it. I think it's probably time to end. I wanted to go until I finished chapter 2, but I think I'm feeling a bit yeah, I'm feeling a bit tired, so I think it's a good time to end the stream for now. I did go longer than my usual, to be fair. Um, I was just kind of aiming to see if I could finish 2 chapters because I made good progress in this one, but then things kept popping up. So yeah, we'll probably end this here, I think. Next time we play Wildermyth, we got a couple of fights left to do. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 fights left. This one might not actually be a fight. But there are four places to go to left, and then we'll be done with this chapter, so that's not bad. Let me go to the ending scene really quickly. And while we go here, I'll get another save off on Wildermyth to make sure that our game is saved, to make all this progress. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Our team setup's pretty solid too. Alright, I'm just gonna do that. That was a lot of fun. I've missed playing Wildermyth. I haven't played regular Wildermyth in a bit. I've been playing a lot of Omen Road, which is a lot of fun. I really like the Omen Road mechanic, but I also like the story stuff too. So I didn't get to go over what Omen Road is. I didn't plan to either, though. I want to go over that in its own when it comes to actually playing Omen Road itself. So we will be going over that when the time comes. As for the VODs for uh what was it? The Enduring War? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll either release them all at once or over a couple of days, either on the day that I don't know quite yet, but they will be being released pretty soon. So if you want to check out some more Wildermyth, there's the Enduring War will be there, and it will be out eventually. And if you want to check out some of them that's like completely out. I have Age of Yulstrix, the first story, completely out on YouTube over on Christian Gamer. It's entirely out, and it's all the VODs are out, and all of the and it's actually done in a Let's Play format. If you're interested in that kind of thing. But yeah, so I will get those out when I get the chance to, and I will, yeah, that's the plan for that. This one is going up immediately, like I happen with all the rest of my streams. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you showing up and watching. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, and I will see you all in the next stream. I do not know when that's going to be. Maybe this week. I want to try to get more than one stream. I feel bad that I keep doing only one stream, but it just hasn't been working out for me to do more than one. But I'll try my best and we'll see how things end up going. I am busy tomorrow and usually busy on Fridays, so if I stream again, it'll probably be Thursday or Saturday. No promises, just saying that those are the most likely days. But yeah, seriously, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did, and this is Decknut47, signing off.